the tip of the tongue, the lips, and the teeth. How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. I'm Bogus Meat Factory, folks. Tonight's a great night. Chewy Toad, welcome to the stream. Mike, it's always a pleasure. Chewy, I've been doing fantastic. Busy as all hell, but stressed as all hell. But I'm doing much better. I'm doing much better now. Because guess what? I get to stream with my best friend, Nick. Nick, are you still... Oh,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
oh my god, you're really loud. You're really close to the microphone, Nick.
Well, yeah, because you couldn't hear me.
I could hear you just fine. Folks, I'm with my good friend Nick.
I'll be right back. Sabrina's phone's on my desk.
Okay, go get Sabrina's phone. It's on your desk. Tonight we're going to be playing more interactive fiction. Infocom, we have a score to settle with a game that we have not beaten. Nick had to go on work leave. He had to go do a dig site out in Rome, and he'd been gone. He'd gotten back at the end of July, beginning of August, and super busy. Sakura says, if, when, now, ATM machine, a pleasure. Nick is audio only right now. We haven't switched over to Nick yet, because he is also busy doing some other things. I mean, I can go over right now. Let's go to the main
Well,
station.
I'm all down. I'm done. I'm back. Hello.
Hi, Nick. Hi.
Hi, John.
You're full screen. You're beautiful. I put you full screen.
Ooh.
Hi,
sexy people of the internet. How are y'all doing?
And so Nick and I got to play some EverQuest, and then Nick flaked out on me on the other EverQuest stream.
Flake is strong.
Flake is not strong.
Flake is very strong.
Why is Flake strong?
I overslept from my nap.
Overslept from your nap. Didn't set an alarm.
Yeah. And woke up, went, what day is it? And then half an hour later went, oh shit.
Yeah, with my repeated messages. No, it was okay, Nick. We played some Street Fighter Alpha instead, which was fun.
Oh shit was when I looked at my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
I looked at my phone and went, oh god, what have I done?
But yeah, we have a score to settle, don't we, Nick?
Do we?
Yeah, we do. We have to beat Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Do we have to?
We have to. I hate... Oh. So here's the thing, right?
This game is miserable.
So let's talk about this. Is this the most miserable Infocom game you've played, Nick?
Yes, I would say so.
More than Sorcerer.
Yeah, Sorcerer was at least a... like... There's a linear nature to... So one of the things that I would say Infocom games became very good at after post-Zork 1 especially...
post their first game,
so
yes.
That it was hard to get locked, soft locked or hard locked, and if you were, the game was very good at communicating to you that you were.
Yeah.
This game says screw that. We're gonna throw that out to the winds. We don't care about why is apparently Twitch is just not gonna come up for me.
That's okay, Nick. Oh yeah. Oh, you gotta look at the chat. Yeah. You gotta update it probably. Yeah, so I mean you talk about that, the soft locking, right? Here's the thing, and I was thinking about this heavily, because what happened in the last stream that we played, we got stuck in a situation where we soft locked ourselves and we didn't really know at what point we had. And so we couldn't even really look at our saves and be like, at what point did we soft lock ourselves? And once we had identified exactly where we did, we couldn't find the save within which would have been a correct timeline. So,
which, to be fair, of the games where we have had some modicum of discipline, and by we I mean me,
yes,
naming saved games, it was this one.
Yes,
I feel like this one we actually did a pretty good job, and it just still was so unmanageable because where we had made the error was so far back in the past that we could not resolve the issue. Without just replaying the game, and that happened like 3 times.
Yeah,
that happened 3 times.
It happened more than 3.
The game last time we played.
Yeah,
locked, solved that issue, and then ended locked in another way.
Yeah, locked in another way.
Wasn't clearly apparent to what exactly was the issue. I think so. Part of the problem, with this game, is that this game also has random elements to it.
Yes.
So when you encounter things is random. You're not always prepared to have an experience because it just occurs because of the improbability drive, which is actually quite flavorful.
Yes.
I will say. To the game's credit, having random things occur with the improbability drive is quite, like, there's a lot of flavor there. That's nice. It's leaning into the absurdism of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But the difficulty there is that it can be hard to assess whether or not the reason a thing isn't occurring is because the RNG is screwing you.
Yeah.
And I don't know to what extent it's RNG. Like, I don't know to what extent it is strictly random, or that's it. Like,
is it strictly random, or is it a sign that we messed up somewhere?
Yes. And it takes a lot of, like, looping through, testing that hypothesis before you go, okay, actually, we probably have screwed up.
Yeah.
And now you have, like, a different set of issues that you have to solve. You have to now figure out, where did I screw up, which is challenging. Like, that is a hard thing to do, especially when some things occur randomly.
Yeah.
Like, going back and sorting out where the problem was is a non-trivial thing.
Yeah.
When things don't necessarily happen in a linear or a predictable fashion.
Yeah. And this is one of the things that, like, so here's the thing about Hitchhiker so far, at least, that I'm seeing. And, like, so with Steve Moretsky, let's talk Steve Moretsky. Okay? So Planetfall.
Anti-Steve. This is Dark Steve.
We're in the Dark Steve territory, where he is frustrated with Douglas Adams and just wanting to be done.
Yeah.
Because Douglas Adams was just a major flake. He was a major procrastinator, much to the chagrin of everyone at Infocom.
Classic flake.
ATM Machine says, wasn't some of this game written by Michael Bywater? That I don't know. I do not know. I have not done the research enough. But here's what I get from this. All right? So you look at a game like Planetfall, right? Steve Moretsky's trying to create more of a living world. Like the locations and destinations are all things that seem to be more realistic. You have these these barracks, and we have bathrooms all over the place. These sorts of things, like a library with information that you can pluck just unnecessary piece of information from. A very Steve Moretsky thing. He very much likes having a centralized catalog of information. And then Sorcerer gets a little wacky, and it has a little more randomized elements to it, and there's not a lot of drive. Like, we really don't know. There's not a lot of impetus. We don't know where it's taking us or why it wants us to go and do the things that we are doing. There's not a lot of drive there. When you look at a game like, for instance, in the Zork game, like Zork 1, it's gather the trophies in the trophy case. Zork 2, it's, defeat the wizard and escape. Okay? And, like, if you solve the puzzles, you actually clearly are like, hey, I know what I need to do. Zork 3 is finish the tasks given to you by the dungeon master. Like, Enchanter, stop the evil Krill, and he's in this castle, go for it. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, clear that Krill is here. You need to know how to get to that. And then from there on, like, do the final challenge. And here, in Sorcerer, there's, like, you have to save your friend, was it Belbaz? And...
Yes.
But, like, where is he? Well, we don't really know.
We don't know.
And so we're just wandering places, doing puzzles that we don't really know if they lead to anything there. But then here, and the comedy's getting more, you can see that he's ramping up the comedy more, right? Sorcerer is more comedic than Planetfall. And then here, the comedy has been ramped up so fast.
And I think part of that is a Douglas Adams issue, is that, like, Hitchhikers is a funny book. It is an absurdist, book. So you have to, like, for it to be true to the source material, it has to be that. And I think in a certain sense, they've done a very good job of adapting that component of Hitchhikers. Yeah. And I think that's sort of cool that you have, like, these random elements to it that are reflective of just the random shit that occurs. Like, the book isn't actually, like, the things you encounter in the book are, fantastical and nonsensical, and challenge your perceptions of how a sensible world should work, right?
Yeah.
But the actual format of the book doesn't do that.
Yeah.
The format of the book isn't challenging necessarily.
Yeah, but
those things. Not that it has to,
yeah.
but the advantage of a text-based adventure game is that you can do that. There are components of there's a level of capriciousness that you can put into the game that you can't put into a novel, or at least you have more difficulty putting into a novel because of how books work, because of their form factor and how you interact with that medium versus how you interact with text-based adventure games. And again, like, part of me really wants to like this because I think from that perspective it's good, but also one of the things I struggle with is that, like, Zork actually doesn't have Zork 1 for a long time, one of my favorite Infocom games.
Yeah, which is wild still. Which I mean, looking at it, like, yeah, there are warts in that game, but it is a solid game. It is.
It's a very good game.
It has some bad puzzles. It doesn't have a
clearly defined goal in the way that, like, some of those other games you were mentioning had, or at least not one that was immediately apparent without you, like, interacting with the world. I think you're more likely to, like, sort of organically discover what you're supposed to do in Zork 1 than you are in, say, not is Sorcerer the right one? Yeah, Sorcerer, where, like, you know what your goal is, but how to do the goal and where the goal is. Like, you're it's like playing Sorcerer is like playing football, but you don't know where the end zone is.
Yeah.
In what direction the end zone is. You have the ball. There are people who are going to tackle you, but you don't even know where to run.
Yeah, it's just a big empty field, and there's no signifier of, like, there's a bunch of, like, landmarks, of things that are like, oh, well, that is a football thing. There's some cheerleaders, and there's the Gatorade, but you're like, but where am I supposed to go though?
And sometimes you have, like, you think that 10 yards is in a certain direction based on how the field is communicating to you. You see, like, a line 10 yards away from you, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna run that way, and it turns out that actually isn't a part of the game or the field.
Yeah, or that number 10
that's actually just out of bounds.
And on closer inspection, that 10 has even smaller script, though, an 80 and in the wrong direction. Because that's what this does too. That's what Hitchhikers does. It's like, it uses its cheeky comedy, right? There are moments when it is engaging and interesting. There's moments where the puzzle structure is self-contained and easy to parse. We came across a lot of the situations with the improbability drive where we're like, okay, we kind of know what to do. The beast, the bug bladder beast of Trog, like, that was an interesting puzzle. Like, I actually like that puzzle. And then, like, for Trillian's perspective, like, going into the perspective of all these characters, I've enjoyed those. But, like, and even the Babblefish puzzle, like, I like that puzzle.
That was a good puzzle.
It was a good puzzle. It actually was a good puzzle.
Which is ironic, given not necessarily ironic, but that is unexpected given most people's, like, that seems to be the actual barrier to entry to this game. Like, folks are like, if you solve that puzzle, everything else is cake.
And that's not true.
We didn't actually have nearly that much difficulty with that puzzle.
Yeah.
As we did the rest of the game.
Because, like, again, the game's just like, okay, so the tedious of, you see the sense puzzle, where you're in darkness and you have senses.
I hate that puzzle.
It's so tedious. It's just constantly happening, and it's just a pain in the ass. And then you have, like, oh, there's an exit to the port. And it's like, it's not letting me go that way. And it's like, haha, we lied to you. It's actually to the south. Sorry. And, like, why? That is not... Oh, do you really want to go there? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you really, really sure? Yes. You're gonna die. I want to go there. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, you went south. There's nothing interesting here. Look. No, there's really nothing interesting here. Look. I'm telling you there's nothing interesting here. Look. I'm telling you there's nothing interesting here. Look. Here's all this really important stuff. Here you go.
There are a lot of jokes that overstay their welcome.
Yeah. But it leans
and I think
so
that's
hard.
The biggest problem.
The comedy goes over the line. It oversteps its bounds. It overstays its welcome, and like the comedy just goes too far. Yeah. Do you want to play this game?
Yeah. Again, want is strong.
Let's play the game. So I had to go back and start like over from scratch and kind of get us to where we are, Nick. It's a lot more disheveled. I pretty much used the bridge of the ship as our storage area, so pretty much everything is here. How's it going, Hesh? Hesh is like, I like the idea of using a randomish thing to interconnect these very small regions, but it could have been a lot less onerous. Yeah, so Hesh, I think that I don't have a problem with the improbability drive being the gateway to self-contained puzzles, right? I don't have a problem with that, but having the darkness in the senses, having that be a thing over and over and over and over and over again, and have it be a like 4 turns of waiting until you can then determine your senses, and then being able to go to a place that's just insane. It's insane.
A puzzle that should happen once. Because it's cute once, and then after that it exhausts its welcome.
Yeah.
Also, did I say impetus?
I may have said impetus, Nick.
I mean, I like impetus.
It's impetus in my world. I'll say it wrong. It's fine. It sounds like impetus. And there we go. I mean, that's just how it's going to be.
Go. That's why it's the preferred pronunciation.
Carissalesh says, I think the Babblefish puzzle isn't hard, but it's one of those easy soft-like situations. If that's a wall for a player, I think it's as you said, and the rest of the game will grind you to there. Well, that's the thing, Carissalesh, is I don't think the Babelfish is easy to be in a soft-like situation. I think the aftermath of the Babelfish is easy to soft-lock in a wall. You have to make sure to get your towel. You have to make sure to get your robe, and it's easy to just forget that you need to do that.
Yeah, I would say that. Well, no, because you need the junk mail.
Yes.
You need the junk mail to pass the Babelfish thing. So if you don't have the junk mail already, you are soft locked. You have to go back.
But it's not too far where that's an issue.
That's true, but I think from.
But it emphasizes junk, and if you are an adventure game player, you would be able to pick up, because also the junk mail's at the door. Like that's the thing you pick up. But
I would say that what maybe Curselish is getting at is that especially for like a person where this is your first entree into, because you also have to anticipate that Hitchhikers as a vehicle for selling games is getting a lot of people who are just Hitchhikers fans and not.
Never in a million years would I ever recommend to any human being that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy be your first text adventure. It is Enchanter. It is Enchanter. Enchanter is probably the best.
I think Suspended is very good in that it's not emblematic.
Yeah.
But it's good. I think Suspended is a good number 2.
Suspended Suspended is, I would say, is probably the perfect number 2 because now you have comfortable like understanding of parser and how to interact with it, and then it does a twist on those mechanics in a novel way. Maybe not a number 2, but like a must play in your interactive fiction journey.
Yeah, I would also say that, I mean, I don't know why we didn't pick up the junk mail, but I think part of us is slightly burned by the mechanic from previous games that started in not Suspended. I guess it sort of started in Suspended, but I think it really took off. And what was the game immediately after Suspended? Zork? Not Zork 2.
No. After Suspended would have been The Witness.
The Witness.
Sorry, Nick, you're gonna.
Where you have the pickup drop stuff mechanic. The inventory management on. I don't know. Just like horrible inventory mechanic where not only do you have like a limited inventory, which I don't take issue with, but you also automatically drop a thing so that
that would have been the Witness. That was the Witness was the first one to do that, really.
Yeah, where you just waste your time.
I think that this is worse than the Witness's inventory system. That Hitchhiker's inventory system is the worst.
Oh yeah, where you have this random bag that.
I don't know.
I'm okay with that for theming. Like I'm cool with this weird object that you can't even really perceive as to what it is because it's so banal to you.
But
that
it's a
it is
necessary
consistently in the background.
It's a necessary tool for storing items.
Yeah, that's absurd.
But it also has its own
point.
weight, so when you put stuff in it, it still weighs things. So the answer to this is that you drop it, pick up the thing you really need, and then the thing will magically reemerge in your inventory later.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid.
Now, I'm cool with it from a theming perspective. It is very hard to know to do that, though.
Yeah.
It is very counterintuitive, and I don't recall there being anything about the bag that implies unless you dump it. I think that is literally the only thing. I think that inventory management earlier in the game encourages you to get rid of it because it has no apparent function.
And then it will
keeps
reappear.
Popping into your thing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so this must.
But we're pack
do
rats.
something.
And like we just hoard everything. Now, here's the
It's not
thing.
even clear that it can store stuff initially.
Yeah, ATM Machine says that they greatly undervalued the difficulty or whatever. They said it was standard difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hardest Infocom game we've played. The expert difficulty for Starcross, we enjoyed Starcross a bunch, and we didn't find it to be overly difficult. It had some difficult puzzles, but it wasn't overly difficult. And I very much enjoyed Starcross. That is one of my favorite ones. But that was considered advanced, and we played that fairly early on. It's weird. It's so weird. So here's where we are. And Hesh says, by the way, what Nick said is exactly the problem. There's nothing at all that indicates to the player that it's a container. Exactly. There's just.
Yeah.
What's happened is, and I've said this a million times, and I'm sorry, Nick, for interrupting you. I love you.
No, go ahead.
The thing I've said a million times is like, the game has to establish what the rules are, and then it has to play by the rules. Or at least in the establishing process, give you the tools necessary to understand what the rules are through experimentation and play. They don't do that here. They have rules that only they know, and there's no amount of experimentation that you can do to understand what those rules are, why those rules are implemented in such a way, or any contextual connection to the world that that they've crafted. And it's frustrating.
So do you think that mechanically, because what they tried to do, I think, is to embrace the spirit of the source material, this absurdist science fiction, in the mechanics of the game. So not just in the flavor and the theming, but in the way the game works. But the issue with text-based adventure games is text-based adventure games are dependent on, rules. They are dependent on expectations. It's sort of like driving on the road.
Yeah.
If you are driving a car down the street, going, down the highway, going 40 miles an hour, even if, let's say it's 50 miles an hour, and let's say that's technically the posted speed limit. That is permitted, right? That is allowed.
Yes.
But even though it is allowed, it is not what anyone expects. Everyone's expecting you to be doing 70.
Yes.
So even though you're doing something that is, I'm getting away from myself. My point is that text-based adventure games depend on expectations.
Yes.
And you can subvert expectations, but to do so, you have to do it, in a very reliable way, in a way that can be sort of disentangled by the player, right? And then they go, oh, that's smart. The issue here is that we're just like snorting, absurdist cocaine off of our desk.
Yes.
And then
Hello.
Oh, that's not the voice I anticipated hearing. Hi.
That's my oldest, Rosalind.
Hi, Rozzy.
Okay, kiddo, you need to go to bed. Go to mom, okay? I need to do my work. Thank you. I love you. Good night.
I wasn't looking at the chat, and I just was talking about snorting cocaine. I know she couldn't hear me.
No. But yeah, so, I mean, that's, Hesh just cheered 100 bits. Thank you so much, Ed. Good night. Thank you, Hesh. Thank you. Jeez, how's it going? It's good to see you, sir. How are you today?
Making games, and thank you, Heck.
Ask away, Cheese. Quick questions. We love questions.
Is the question, are we ever going to play this game? Because we're really dragging our feet on it.
We're dragging our feet. It's just we have so much. We have to catch up on our feelings about Hitchhikers. We need to, we never get to decompress. And we're always compressing constantly after we play this game. And we'll never decompress because it just takes so much effort. It's so much work. It's a pain in the butt. Cheese says, your BRB screen with King Graham walking across the screen seen with bars behind him. How did you transition that? So, Cheese, I hand animated that into a GIF. I had to hand animate it. And because it allows for transitions using GIFs, not video though. And so I hand animated it. It's a pain in the butt. Haiku time. It was a lot of work, more work than I'd like to admit, because I didn't know how to do that. So I just kind of eyeballed it. Okay, a haiku, Nick. You ready for a haiku?
I am ready for a haiku. Would you like me to make squawking noises or be silent?
Hold on. You're gonna see a blank screen. You're not gonna see Nick. I apologize. 1 second. While I get the haikus up.
Everyone's offended. Everyone wants to see my beautiful face.
I want to see your beautiful face too, Nick, all of the time. Nope. Okay. Whoop. It's time, Nick, for a haiku. You can make squawky noises if you like.
Okay. I won't. Squawk!
It's time for a haiku.
Squawk! Squawk. Polly want a different game? Squawk. 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 Squawk.
A bearded man
Squawk.
speaks to his toothy companion. No progress is made.
Squawk.
This has been a haiku. That was beautiful. All right, let's get you back up.
When did the squawking thing happen?
I don't know. Sakura says, it sounds like an old walkie-talkie. I know, right?
It does.
So let's do a recap then real quick about what we were doing in this game.
And by what we were doing, what you did to get us out of whatever hellhole we put ourselves in.
So the beginning of the game starts off very much like the book, where Arthur Dent, a human on planet Earth, their friend Ford Prefect is an alien that looks like a human, and he saves us from the destruction of our planet that is being destroyed by the Vogons. We are hitchhiking onto the Vogon ship. We are almost put to death through the torture of poetry. And then we are hitchhiked onto the Heart of Gold. And we've landed on Magrathea, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
The missiles have turned into a bowl of petunias or whatever. And we have been using the improbability drive to go into the perspective of all of our friends at a certain point in their journey, and to get a piece of fluff from each of them. We don't know why.
Presently, we're only missing Zaphod's fluff.
Yes. So
Does Marvin have fluff?
No, Marvin does not have fluff.
Marvin has been nothing.
He has been nothing. He has had zero role in this game yet so far.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly what role he will play, but Marvin has zero fluff, exactly. Mascot,
No
yes, this game. We're going to finish it. We're finishing it tonight. We have a goal to beat every Infocom game in chronological order. We have to.
And theoretically review them.
Yeah. Nick, I will record podcasts for that, but I cannot currently do any of the editing. I can do the editing if we don't have our interstitial bits. I wish I could. I cannot. I wish I could. So I think we'll talk about that someday. I love you. Okay. So we are now about to go into the Zaphod space, or find it at least, because we were in a situation previously where when we were doing this, we couldn't get into it. We kept trying, and it wouldn't send us to Zaphod's thing. And we did it once, and then never again. So let's save the game.
Oh, why save? We've done nothing.
Don't you want to save it to Zaphod? Or when we get
we
to
haven't
Zaphod?
gotten to Zaphods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna throw the switch. So a flip switch, not throw switch. Flip switch.
Flip switch.
Audio Eric, how's it going?
You are disoriented. Blackness swims toward you like a shoal of eels who have just seen something that eels like a lot.
Okay,
Dark.
look.
There's nothing you can taste, nothing you can see, nothing you can hear, nothing you can feel, and you do not even know where you are.
Okay, so taste, see, hear, feel. So, smell. No.
Smell nothing.
Remember, smell nothing, yeah.
It does smell a bit. There's something pungent being waved under your nose. Your head begins to clear. You make out a shadow moving in the dark.
So smell shadow.
Smell shadow. Oh, we're in the Vogon hold? I didn't realize that. Okay.
Okay. A pair of Vogon's guards stand nearby, waving acrid-smelling stun guns an inch away from your face. Simultaneously, they fire. Everything becomes dark.
Okay.
We haven't done any yet, Kuno. We just started. We've been spending this entire time talking. The first half an hour.
Hear, see, smell, feel, or taste anything.
We're back
So
on the
hear,
ship, so we have to just
smell,
do listen.
feel, or taste.
Just do listen over and over again, because this is stupid. Every time that you go back to the ship, you have to just listen to nothing.
Taste, see, hear, feel.
Technically,
smell.
Kuno, it's a complete restart, because I started over and got us exactly
taste,
where we were before without
feel.
any mistakes.
Smell, taste, see, feel. So
Chewy Toad
we
says,
hear nothing.
I have reason to believe you may know my dad. Explain. How do I know your dad? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
You hear the deep and distant hum of a star drive.
All right, so we go
from
south,
above.
south,
South.
and then south.
You're
once
lying
more.
about the exit to Perth. South.
Up.
Up.
Oh, turn on. I don't have verbose on. If you want to turn on verbose. No, verbose. It's been a while, Nick. So bear with Nick. It's been a while. So flip switch.
Flip. Switch. Okay.
And then look.
So hear, see, smell, taste. So see nothing. There's nothing you can taste, see, feel.
Oh, Chewy Dode.
Smell.
Yes, I do know your dad. Yes. Crunchy. Of course. I know Crunchy.
Hear nothing.
Absolutely.
You hear the deep what?
Then south. Okay. Flip switch.
This is fun, John.
Look.
I really like this.
Okay, hold on. Hear, smell, feel, taste. So
Smell,
look
feel, taste.
at nothing.
Look at nothing. Okay.
Okay, look at light.
Look at light. So the light resolves itself into a bright orange. Oh, do we do it?
Hold on. Let's read
Is
this
it?
first. We'll read this first.
I want to save.
Oh, if you save, the text is going to scroll up. Can we just read the text first?
Fine.
Okay.
So the light resolves itself into the bright orange sun of Damagran. The pain at the back of your eyes is from partying until very late last night, and both your heads are suffering the worst hangover you've ever experienced. You remember formulating a plan to steal the Heart of Gold, but you can't for the life of you remember any details. Presidential speedboat in the pilot seat. You are piloting the speedboat, which features very simple controls, toward the island of France, footnote 3, where the dedication ceremonies for the Heart of Gold will occur. You are currently steering the boat toward a narrow channel between towering cliffs and a rocky spire. There's a toolbox here outside the pilot seat. So save.
Save.
We're going to save
Zaphod. Now, Earl says, regale him with tales of your food and adventure, Nick.
My food and
I've
adventure.
reactivated the Nick Facts. If you want a Nick Fact, that's what you gotta do.
We gotta spend.
Okay, so you're piloting the speedboat, which features very simple controls, toward the island of France, footnote 3, where the dedication ceremony for the Hardicle will occur. You're currently steering the boat toward a narrow channel between towering glyphs and a rocky spire. There's a toolbox here, so look at control panel. Chris Lush wants a Nick Fact.
Look at control panel. Let's start. Do we want the time I drunkenly clogged a toilet?
Yes.
We can have. Oh,
yes.
We're just gonna start there.
Start there.
Okay, fine. So archaeologists are not unknown for drinking.
Yes.
It is. There's a very heavy drinking culture in archaeology, and there was one evening where I partook quite a lot. It was. There was this bar in the neighborhood that we were living in called San Lorenzo. The bar was called Blue Bar. It was this dive just outside of a piazza, and they would put their seats in the piazza. You had this church that was just covered in graffiti. It was quite interesting. And I started off the evening ordering a Negroni, and I expected said Negroni to be in a glass like this, like a standard lowball rocks glass. Instead, I got something more akin to that. And I don't know if you know anything about Negronis, John.
I don't.
Do you know what a Negroni is?
I don't. I do not drink.
A Negroni is an Italian beverage that is made of gin, Campari, which is a digestif, it's a liquor, and sweet vermouth. So those are all of its components.
Sweet vermouth on the rocks?
Yeah, equal parts of all three. So it is 1 part gin, 1 part Campari, 1 part sweet vermouth. So I'm not sure if you've noticed something about this drink, John.
It's a lot of alcohol?
It is all booze. It is 98, 99, 100% alcohol for the most part. I mean, obviously there's some water component to it. It would literally be moonshine otherwise. But again, about that large. And that is how I start off the evening. And then I had like another 2 of those. And at some point, somebody ordered like shots of Sambuca, which is an anise liqueur in the same vein as sort of Jägermeister, but
anus,
Italian.
Please, come on.
What was that?
Anus, please.
Anus?
Yeah, an anus liqueur. You're mispronouncing it. It's anus.
Rather than Sambuca? Or...
No, he said anus liqueur.
Okay. Yes, you're right. Anus liqueur. I was incorrect.
Yes.
So, yeah. I actually lived like an hour and a half away from where everyone else did. So I had to walk back home, which was quite challenging.
Yes. And why is that, Nick?
Because I was very drunk.
Yeah.
I was exceptionally drunk. There was some beer in there. Like, this is not a full list of the things I consumed.
Yes.
That had alcohol in them. And I woke up the next day, shockingly not feeling well.
Yes, of course, absolutely. But you were home safe, at least. You made it there.
I did make it home. The world was spinning. The ability to stand was limited only to a few moments. And I woke up and I just really needed to poop.
As one does.
Like, real bad. So I with just the worst headache in the world and without the real ability to really successfully orient myself,
yes.
I waltzed to the restroom. And some more context, the entire time I was in Italy, I was living with my graduate advisor.
Yes.
Who is a middle-aged Italian woman.
Yes.
Who is also a professor at the University of Michigan. So I was living in a separate room in the same Airbnb.
Yes.
I stumbled my way to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, you mispronounced it. It's Airbnb.
Airbnb. Yep. I had an anus liqueur that cost me to go to a bathroom in an Airbnb.
An anus liqueur at an Airbnb.
Yes. Yep. That is correct.
Yes. Let's prolong this talk about your poop. Let's prolong it as long as possible. Tell me more about your poop.
So I just took a massive load. Like it was pretty sizable poo. And one of the things that is true of Italy is that their plumbing is not made for Americans. It is not made for the American bowel.
It's not made for any hardwood logs here.
No. So I could not get her to flush.
They're not flushing redwoods.
Couldn't get it to happen. And at some point, the world was spinning, and I felt so sick. And I'm like, I'm going to deal with this, but I have to go lie down. And I then am in this awkward position because it's the morning, and I woke up somehow before my advisor, but she will wake up soon. But I'm too, like, I can't. Like, I didn't recover until like 4 p.m. that day. Like, I was straight out of it. Like, I poisoned myself, and my body made me know it. So I shot a text being like, hey, use the other bathroom. There's a mess in there. I'm going to cope with it in a moment. And then I
filled the bowl. Don't come in.
For the next hour, have the indignity of hearing cleaning noises coming from the restroom that I had to abandon, and just knowing that a person with a full-ass PhD and like a position of power in a university was cleaning my shit.
As one does.
As one does. And I've never been more mortified. I don't know why saying it out like...
Nick, is this your only poop story that you have in your life? I have had to make somebody else clean up my poop.
Stories.
I've had to make someone else clean my poop.
None of them embarrass me quite as much as that one.
You know, my poop completely damaging the carpet of a Blockbuster that I was an assistant store manager of at the time, and I flooded the entire store and had to make an employee clean up my poop. Because I had a massive infection in my toe, and I couldn't do it. So yeah.
I appreciate the chat reactions too.
Yes. Oh story. No, this isn't good. But Nick, you were living with an older Italian woman. Yes, this is spicy.
Bogus poo factory. Yep,
that's right.
So we'll start off with that.
Yep.
That's the first Nick fact of the evening. So look at control panel. The only control other than those related to steering the boat is the large red autopilot button. It bears a small label which reads, "Another fine product of the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation. You continue to steer toward the narrow channel."
There's a toolbox here as well.
Mm-hmm. Open toolbox?
Yeah, open the toolbox. Poop darts are making a comeback. I can tell. Indeed, Audio Eric. Nick edition.
It's locked.
I? Yeah. Empty-handed, okay. So press the red button, because I remember that when we die.
Mm-hmm. The button glows. An electronic eye stalk shoots up from the hood, looks around, and withdraws. The light fades.
Okay. Look at the seat.
The chair is very comfortable with a thick plush cushion.
So
you continue to steer. Take cushion.
Yeah, take the cushion.
Take cushion. I'm in it.
Oh.
Get up.
Stand.
Stand. You're on your feet. Well.
Read the thing.
You almost make it through the narrow channel, but the turbulent waters push the boat towards the rocks. The autopilot button lights up, and an electronic eye stalk shoots up from the hood, but a split second later, the boat smashes into the rocks. So it's a timing puzzle. You just have to correctly time it. I think.
Okay. Restore. So
I think there's nothing. So we want to take toolbox.
No, hold on.
Because we want to have it in our possession.
Hold on. We did that before, remember? And it didn't do anything. That's what we did in the last playthrough. Stand and do the cushion thing, because we can. That's a restore, by the way. So stand.
Stand.
Take cushion.
Take cushion. You discover and pick up a small key. Hey!
Stupid.
And a piece of fluff. So take.
So
fluff.
what happened here, Nick, is so hold on. Yeah, we already have it.
Toolbox. Oh, sorry.
So let me just throw this thing here. So it says there's a toolbox here outside the pilot seat. And so my brain was like, okay, well, let's look at the seat. Like, because there must be then something inside the pilot seat. But I didn't think that, because then we like looked at the seat and it didn't mention anything. And I was like, okay, no big deal. But you're like, take cushion. And I'm like, there's something under that stupid cushion.
I think part of my brain had broadly been assuming that this is one of the boats that you stand and operate. Like, there are some little speed boats where you're standing and operating them rather than sitting.
There was a restore Kuno no Oni. Absolutely. We died. We quote unquote died. It wasn't a death, but it was us restoring, because there's no real death in this one. I mean, I guess there is, but.
So open toolbox with key?
Yeah.
The toolbox opens, revealing a magnifying glass and a laser-assisted monkey wrench.
Take all.
Take all.
Okay.
Okay. Do we want to push the button and use the laser-assisted monkey wrench on the thing?
No, that's not going to help. ATM machine
now
says,
is it a time puzzle?
Yeah, ATM machine. That was the problem, is that you have one chance per scenario to get it right. But you are correct, because we failed this, and then we couldn't get back to it. And that was our situation last time. And then we were like, well, we couldn't really find the right game to get us in the right position, because there was just so much saving. Heckin' rude game. So don't save yet, because I want to keep the Zaphod at the start of this. Now push the red button and see what happens.
Push red button. So the button glows, an electronic eye stalk shoots up from the hood, looks around and withdraws, light fades. You almost make it through the narrow channel, but the turbulent water pushes the boat. The autopilot button lights up, an electronic eye stalk shoots up from the hood.
Hold on. So we have to break this down. So we have to.
I wonder if we need to find some way to keep the button pressed.
No, what I think what happens. So hold on. So we have to break down what is happening. Right? The autopilot comes in when danger is afoot. Right? Like we're about to crash, or in a moment where we're going to be headed into a crash, but because it's a narrow channel, it doesn't recognize it until the last second, right? Mm-hmm. So what can we do to make it recognize we're in danger earlier?
Do we have any way to turn?
Yes, it has controls. So restore.
Okay, so get up.
Get cushion.
Get cushion. Okay.
Get key and fluff.
I thought I already have it.
Oh, yeah, it is. You're right. Get toolbox.
Get toolbox.
Don't worry about opening it just yet. Okay, so steer, boat.
Left.
Just hold on. Just do steer boat, and I want to see what it says. Steer boat at cliffs. Because right now it mentioned cliffs.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brain is thinking, okay, so we're going to a narrow channel, and it is screwing us over because it doesn't realize we're going to hit something until the very last second, because in front of us is water, and now we're pointed towards cliffs.
All right, so do we want to save and wait, or just wait?
Hold on. Now let's unlock the. Stupid. Don't save Zapod. Okay, so now let's open the thing. Open the toolbox. Oh, unlock toolbox with key. Sorry.
That's my bad.
ATM machine outside of Zork 1, they don't really have a lot of blatant one-shots, and we won't tell you that you've screwed up. You know, a lot of times there'll be failures, but it's quite clear, oh, there was more that I should have done. Oh,
John.
Missed something. Did you get the fluff and stuff? Oh no, the
yeah,
magnifying glass. Did we get the magnifying glass and the monkey wrench?
No, but I don't know if we're done yet.
Okay, what does it say?
So suddenly the autopilot leaps to life, steering the boat away from the towering cliffs. The crowd gathered for the dedication oohs and ahs as the boat swerves through the narrow channel. As it reaches the base of the towering cliffs, a plume of water forms under it, sending it higher and higher. The crowd burst into applause as the boat reaches the top of the cliff just south of the ceremonial dais. Take magnifying glass and monkey wrench.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Do we have those things?
Save. As stupid.
Okay.
Okay. As it reaches the base of the towering cliffs, a plume of water forms under it, sending it higher and higher. The crowd bursts into applause as the boat reaches the top of the cliff, just south of the ceremonial dais. So we go north.
So as you step out of the boat, the plume of water lowers it away. The crowd, unaware of the autopilot, burst into a round of admiring applause. Dais, this is a platform surrounded by a crowd. Several members of the crowd are holding a huge banner. Just to the east is the Heart of Gold. So go east.
Yes. Oh, hold on.
Okay, so go up to we're at the dais.
Okay, let's wait and see. Buenos Dias. I like it. Talk to crowd. Give speech. Right? Doesn't he give a speech?
Yeah, he does. Talk to crowd. Crowd cheers wildly. It thinks you're terrific.
Look at banner.
Look at banner. President Beeblebrox is a swell guy. Footnote 15.
Footnote 15. Writing it down. Crowd. Look at crowd.
Look at crowd.
It's big. Look at Heart of Gold.
If it says it's big, I'd laugh. Okay.
Okay.
That's weird.
East. Do east again. And do it again. Leave ceremony. Just type leave the ceremony. Leave ceremony. Okay. Look. We probably will ATM machine. But we haven't got there yet. I'm not at the place. Can you look for me?
Several members of the crowd are holding a huge banner.
Wave?
Crowd cheers wildly. It thinks you're terrific. Suddenly, Trillian leaps out of the crowd, grabs you by the necks, and points a blaster at your left head. Guards rush up, photon rifles poised to shoot. Stay back, shouts Trillian. One more step and the president of the galaxy is fried meat. The guards seem unsure and look at you for instructions.
Guards, comma, stand down. Stay back. Okay. Guards, comma, stand down.
Oh, that's my bad.
Donwa.
Sorry.
Does anything different happen if you say no 3 times? Oh, that I don't know.
So
guards. Oh, okay. Nope, that didn't happen. They reduced you to smoking pile of ash. So we have to do something with the guards. We have to tell them something to do. So let's wait. So just waiting until Trillian gets there, which is so dumb. Again, so dumb. There's not much to look at. We just have to wait. Oh, wait, use the magnifying glass? Look at the magnifying glass.
I mean, that's what I did, and she came. One second, I'm going to restore again.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's
use magnifying. Use magnifying glass. Yeah. We left the boat already. ATM machine.
Point
yeah. Point magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass at banner.
Oh,
Where are we?
the boat is resting atop a plume of water. Sorry, north. We didn't leave yet, and our stupid save. Now we save is stupid. Thank you, AT Machine, sorry. It is a wait. It's a wait. No, just... Sound rather negative, Okay, just wait.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Guards leave. Guards comma leave, because that's what ATM Machine said. No, just say guards leave again.
I'm not in trouble.
Take the gun. Take rifle. No, that's too complex. Take rifle. Or blaster, sorry.
I'm dead.
Okay. As you begin taking the rifles, so do several of the guards. They may be dim, but they know what to do with a proton rifle. Sorry, Restore, I meant blaster. Take her blaster. Dark, indeed. Okay, so wait. Okay.
Indeed, if you wait 3 times.
Get blaster.
There. Get blaster.
Okay, nope. Okay, so restore. Okay. Yeah, wait. One more step in the prison of the galaxy's fried meat. Fight Trillion?
Like, do we have to make it look good?
Yeah, I don't know. AT Machine says, try it's okay, / I'm okay. No, we already got this stuff.
Well,
so,
I was... Okay.
So, guards, it's okay.
I thought we had tried that.
I know, that's what I thought too, but we can try. Nope, guards, I'm okay. No. Just how about okay, not okay. Like the letter okay. No. Wow.
That worked.
Yeah, they killed everybody. Yay! I hate this game. I hate this game. Because it's like it's looking for a very specific thing. What? Can't G. No, G doesn't work.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
I made a mistake. And
do you want to save here as
Stupid
hostage? Yeah. No data speak. No first person pronoun. Murder someone else. That's the solution.
Murder someone else?
So we did guard stand down, Kuno, and they said, not until we know you're safe. Kiss Trillion. Okay, kiss Trillion. Not a video nasty. Not a video nasty. No. Try it's okay. Yeah, we did. It's okay. Or we didn't do I'm okay. We did I'm okay. Not it's okay. It's okay. How about IT apostrophe S? It's okay. No.
Okay. So we have... Let's look at our inventory. So we have a toolbox. We have a seat cushion.
Point the magnifying glass at the guards. It's like maybe we'll blind them.
That would be pointless.
Point magnifying glass at sun.
It does mention the sun earlier.
No, why are you pointing laser assisted monkey wrench? Why are you pointing a laser assisted?
It has a laser.
I don't think no, that would be pointless. Okay.
I mean, it has a laser. I'm just shooting, like, all of these options are stupid. Point magnifying glass
At sun.
at banner.
No, at the sun.
Point magnifying glass at sun.
No. How do we show them that we're okay?
Hit trillion.
No, it won't let you.
With wrench.
No, the wrench is... Yeah. A 3-inch thickness of solid bone surrounding the guards. Very tiny brains that something suspicious is going on there.
There's a time. Because it didn't even let me do that action. I think there's a set amount of time we have before it kills us.
No, it let you. It said you're obviously letting things get to you. You should learn to relax a little. That's it.
Yeah, so I didn't actually try, I don't think.
It did. That's its response. When you try to do an aggressive act, it's like, hey, calm down. Why are you doing that? What are you saying? Take step E?
Try like take a step east, like slowly.
No, no.
Walk that way.
They haven't.
I mean, I'm just trying any fucking thing.
Wait,
I don't.
No,
necessarily
we have to wait till it actually happens. It hasn't happened yet.
Uh,
The trillion thing is. Oh, it did. It did happen. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Guards. Order guards back. Okay. Order guards. Just order guards in general. Oh, okay. Order is in place in order.
John.
Yeah, Nick.
John.
Yeah, Nick.
Do you see it?
Yes. That's what Stan.
Do I take rifle or do I go?
I don't know. Hostage 2. No space. It's fine.
Is hostage too long even?
No, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Get rifle. This is the sort of thing that is hardly an advertisement for parser games. Oh, the guards take the rifles as well. So, like, they pick them up, too. So, no. It's a restore. It does really feel like you're fighting the parser in situations like... This is true. And here's the thing, ATM Machine. We did not have these problems until... what one would you say was the time where we fought the parser? That would have been, what, Sea Stalker?
Yes.
Sea Stalker was when we started fighting with the parser.
Yeah.
And Sea Stalker was when? Hold on. Let me look that up. I'm gonna do it on my phone so that way we can see you.
I mean, I would also say that Sorcerer had a lot of that.
Yeah, but that was after Sea Stalker. Let's see. Games by Infocom.
We've had like sort of a stint of games that haven't been fun.
Yeah, it was... Sea Stalker was the beginning of that. Sorcerer wasn't really as much. It kind of started to be...
I mean, the issue with Sorcerer was that Sorcerer was very bad at communicating what was a puzzle and what was a goof.
Yeah. Earl says we should have told the hostages to act dehydrated. Act dehydrated! Quick! Nick, you don't get that one, do you?
No.
Oh, Nick doesn't get my in-jokes. My best friend does not get my stream in-jokes.
That's John. Buddy.
It's okay, Nick.
I can't, man.
It's okay. It's okay. Doesn't watch the stream. It's fine.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Do sometimes. I get home real late.
Mike says, are the games trying to do more and the parser just isn't built for it?
That's hard to know. Potentially.
Yeah, because
there's like increased complexity, but
Sea Stalker was definitely trying to do more.
Didn't you theoretically have different games? Like there were different boats that you could be investigating.
No, that was Cutthroats. That was Cutthroats.
What was Sea Stalker?
Sea Stalker was the one by Stu Galley that was like the kids one, the undersea adventure. You know, yeah, fuckface. Remember him?
Yes. Banana colon fuckface.
No, fuckface banana colon. At the Banana Colon Research Center. Yeah.
So there's a pile of photon rifles in front of us, John.
Yeah. No, we go east. Nope. All right.
There's one other thing we have to do.
It's pronounced banana. It's true. It's banana. Hokidas banana.
Banana fukfase.
Trillion shoot rifles. No, you gotta go to the comma. Yeah. The crowd cheers wildly. It thinks you're terrific. You and Trillion enter the Heart of Gold, that beautiful bauble you've been coveting ever since your decision to run for president of the galaxy. The excitement overwhelms you, or perhaps it's just the awesome hangover from last night. Everything becomes dark.
Is that the outcome we wanted?
I think so. Hold on. So in all of these, I don't think so. Are you ready for why?
Why? John?
Okay, listen. All of the fluff has been us having to put the fluff in something. With Trillion, we had to put the fluff in her purse. And with Ford, we had to put the fluff on the satchel, or in the satchel. On the satchel, in the satchel, I don't remember. For it to be there. Because if we kept it on our person, guess what that means?
That
Zaphod currently has the fluff. So we have to put it in the toolbox.
In the toolbox?
We have to leave all that stuff in the toolbox. So, restore. I'm positive. No, not hostage. Nope.
Hostage 2 was the last save.
Stupid. Because we don't have time to put all this stuff back into the toolbox at that point.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
Put
fluff, magnifying glass, and monkey wrench in toolbox.
Glass, wrench in toolbox.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now wait. Okay. Guards, put down guns.
Oh my god, is that why there's the weights? John.
What?
That's why there's the weights.
Why?
The weights are, I think, communicating to you that there's something you need to do.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why the weight is there.
It's dumb.
It is the dumbest way to tell you that you have to do something.
Yeah.
And then after a couple, it goes, well...
It does it in Trillions, too. With Trillion, you have to wait a period of time until Zaphod gets your attention. Telling you have to put it in there. With Ford, your weights are the Vogons coming and destroying stuff. Chewy Toad wants to redeem a compliment, Nick. Nick, I want to tell you something. Nick, Your head is really small in comparison to the rest of the room, but that is not an indication of the size of your brain, which is comparatively quite large.
I have a very thin skull.
Do you really?
No.
Okay. The crowd really does think you're terrific, and so do we. Thank you, Edgar. It's good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. How are you? I hope you're doing well.
East?
Yeah, so we put stuff in east, yeah. Cool. Awesome hangover from last night. Everything becomes dark. Yeah. HH Gold? Sure. Then listen. 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 Listen.
See, feel.
No, just, yeah, we're back on the ship. It's stupid.
See, smell, feel, taste.
Please just
So
listen.
here?
Just listen.
Well, now it already
Yeah,
saying
we're
listen
back
to
on the ship, but we have to wait 3 times before it does anything. So, now wait. So now go south. Not actually wait. I was telling you to wait. Hold on. So, keep going south. No. I didn't pick up the toolbox yet. I don't think. Go down. There's the toolbox. Take all, because everything's individually there. Oh, okay. I think we're fine. We can come back for these later. So let's just go up and then north, up.
Well, do we have that bag in our inventory right now?
Yeah, but what we'll have to then do is
Leave
drop
the thing and then
drop thing, put wrench in thing.
Put wrench, fluff.
No, the fluff's we already have the fluff.
Okay, what else?
We don't need to put the fluff in the thing, because we already have it. Wrench,
Is it just
magnifying glass. I don't think we need the key anymore. Because that's also why we needed the key. Like, so that
we don't have it in our possession.
We don't need the key anymore. Yeah, so this is dumb.
Take wrench.
Yeah. Put wrench in thing.
Wrench.
That's why we had to find the key in Zaphod's thing, because we couldn't put anything in the toolbox until we were able to unlock it using the key, which was under the cushion.
Okay. Put magnifying glass and thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Now up. North, up.
I thought it was up.
It's up, north, up.
North, up. Whoa.
Oh, no, sorry, it's south and up now. Take glass, then put in a thing is a sentence that should work. I guess that's true. That would probably work.
Okay.
Okay. So now what do we do?
I'm gonna have the thing back yet. Did we ever use the 2 T's?
I'd rather be playing Ultima Online ATM Machine. That is the truth. I'd love to play Ultima Online with Nick and watch him struggle. As always. Nick, I love you.
Have we used the 2 T's to open the door?
We don't.
Which are presently in the thing. Because we have both T's now, right? We have the fake T and the real T.
No, the real T is being used on the improbability drive.
I thought. 1 second. Well, how do we get the thing to come back? Is it just waiting?
So the thing that... Okay, so hold on.
Okay,
there's the thing. Okay. Drop the chipper, the pliers, and the rasp and the screwdriver. I don't think we need those yet. I'd play UO, though no idea how to play it in a more modern version. I mean, Sakura, would you want to play old school or new school UO? I'm curious.
I misspelled chipper, sorry.
Okay. So, do you think that there's... Okay.
We have no T? Because when I looked at the beginning of our save, we had T.
T is in the room right now with the drive.
Okay, so we have no T. Can we get the T and use that then?
Kunononi says, what is New School Ultima Online? Nick, I don't know. Hold on. So you can figure things out. I play around right now, but we can't use the improbability drive unless we have the T in it.
Right, but we don't want to use it right now, I assume.
But if we take it, it gets rid of the old T.
It gets rid of the no T?
It gets rid of the no T when you take the T.
So we have to put the alternative T in the thing, go to that door, and then the thing will pop back to us, and we'll have the no T and the T.
How will we have the no T and the T again? Hold on.
Except for, is the T real T?
The T is real T.
Right. So we need to take the real T and put it in the thing.
Oh, no. What about the fake T?
Behind.
Would the fake T and no T then mean that you have both? Would the computer consider that both?
No. So the computer, we need no T and actual T. This was a puzzle. Let's go to that thing, because I think that is a puzzle we can theoretically solve.
So we need to look at the guide, because the guide gave us the clue for this.
Guide.
Yeah. Ask guide about intelligence.
Ask guide about intelligence. So the guide checks through its sub-Ethernet database and eventually comes up with the following entry. 30 million generations of philosophers have debated the definition of intelligence. The most popular definition appears in the Sirius Cybernetics Corporation Android manuals. Intelligence is the ability to reconcile totally contradictory situations without going completely bonkers. For example, having a stomachache and not having a stomachache at the same time. Holding a hole without the donut. Having good luck and bad luck simultaneously. Or seeing a real estate agent waive his fee. So, the way we are to prove that we are intelligent is by being able to provide the door both no T and real T. But the issue is that we can't make real T because the stupid machine isn't capable of making it.
But we did make it. Can have it make real T now?
Can we? I don't recall.
Because that was what we had to do with the bug bladder beast of Trawl. The thing that we got was the fancier board that allowed to create actual T.
Okay, so do we want to go to the thing, make real T, put that T in the thing, go to the door, where the thing will then pop into our inventory, we can give it the T and no T.
But once we pick up T, it drops no T. Oh, because we put it in the thing!
Right. Since we put in the thing, abandon the thing, go to the door and give it the no T first, presumably. The thing will pop back into our inventory, then we can give it the TT. The Nefertiti.
Let's try. The Nefertiti. It's mispronounced, Nick. It's Nefertiti. Sakura says that UO is still running, has a free way to play, though not sure how viable it is. It is not viable in the slightest. It's a very different perspective, very different graphics, and a UI that is unwieldy. It's a mess. Mess of a game.
Okay, so Kuno is saying no, the guide told us what to do.
Edgar wants to ask you a question, though. Do you know why communists drink herbal tea?
What? Is this a joke? Because it sounds like the setup to a pretty good joke, but I can't anticipate the punchline.
Intelligence is the ability to reconcile totally contradictory situations without going completely bonkers. For instance, having a stomachache and not having a stomachache, holding a hole out the donut, having good luck and bad luck simultaneously, or seeing a real estate agent waive his fee. So, if we... Okay, so yes. Let's do that, okay? Let's put the T in the thing. So get T.
Get T.
Now put T in thing. Nope, the T evaporates. Okay, so down. west.
Well, we should 1 second. Pick up no tea.
No, we already got it.
Oh, do we?
Yep.
Does
Inventory.
it immediately go back into our thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So down,
Down. West.
west. Press button.
Press pad.
Pad.
Oh,
Shit. What?
I don't know.
Cool.
Now you gotta listen over and over again 5 times, and then we gotta go back to get the toolbox. Kuno says, "Pick up the tea." Do we then just drink the tea? Because we still have the tea then, and then we also now have no tea. Is that what
Oh,
it's?
I already said it. I've just been hitting listen over and over again.
South. South. Down. Yeah.
Drop.
No, so you gotta do take toolbox, or sorry, take magnifying glass and put in fluff. Or not fluff, in thing. Take magnifying glass and put in thing. Did I break it? Kuno says, pick up the tea and then you'll understand. Okay. And then... Oh, you can do it all as one thing. You don't have to do it individually. So you could
I
say,
did take magnifying and put in thing, and it says it doesn't understand put.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It's already in. It's done.
Oh, how is it already in the thing? I did it twice.
Oh no, Nick is having memory loss again. Oh no.
Jesus. Take fluff.
Just
put fluff in thing. Both.
Try it.
Cushion fluff.
Cushion fluff, yeah. Okay, get wrench and put in thing.
Get wrench. Put in thing.
No. Oh God, Nick.
Put wrench in thing. You need to not tell me what to do, because then I immediately just type what you say.
You just type what I say. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Suck a bag of dicks.
Suck a bag of dicks. Doesn't understand suck.
Okay. Now let's...
Thing.
No. Okay, well, that you can do. Yes. Up. It's not a video nasty, Nick. Then north and then up.
North and up.
Now get T.
Get T.
Okay, no T is dropped.
Let's go to the door.
Go to the door. So down.
Go to the door.
Big Mikey Ocho says, of all the words to not understand, I know Big Mikey Ocho. How are you today, by the way? Video nasty feels like a Michael Bywater line because it's so extremely British. Yeah, a video nasty.
Telling us to stop.
Stop. Okay. You completely missed it.
We have no T.
So we got the T, and it says no T dropped. What have we missed?
We got T. Put T. No.
Don't. No. So lying on the deck is a plotter connected to a spare and probability drive. The plotter's long, dangly bit of subversion T. And the guide said of having...
So that
having T and having no T.
The ability to reconcile two contradictory things.
Having T and having not T.
And not having T.
Yes. Right?
Yeah, that's my understanding. What was the ask guide about intelligence?
Yeah.
So, intelligence is the ability to reconcile totally contradictory situations without losing your mind. Okay?
Okay.
So
Reconcile having T and no T. Like, reconcile. Reconcile. I don't know. Reconcile? Like, you have to actually reconcile?
for example, having a stomachache. So maybe have tea and no tea. Get no tea. Oh, fuck.
Okay. So once we drop it, we can pick it up? Okay, then just go down. ATM machine said at the same time as you. Nice. Down.
What?
Oh, he said try get no tea.
Oh, okay.
All right, east. Okay, never mind. South? Go south. Yeah. Okay, so now go east. West. Sorry. Open door.
Dora is almost speechless with admiration. Wow, simultaneous tea and no tea. My apologies. You are clearly a heavy-duty philosopher.
Okay, now we go west.
Fuck.
Why?
I think Marvin is in there.
Marvin's around all the time.
I know, but I think it must be Marvin. Like, he can't be doing nothing this whole game. I think this is it.
That's the room that
This
he
is
has
the
to go
thing.
in. That's the room that he has to go in.
What if there's
Okay,
a
okay.
soft lock where we should have done
No,
something
no, no,
with
no,
Marvin,
no, no,
John?
no, no,
What
no,
if-
no, 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 no. There's no soft lock. What's happening here is, no, that room is like a ship place, right? And it's like damaged, and Marvin has to go in and fix it. But so we
Because
have
he's
to
super sad.
because he's already super sad, and he won't be affected by the lethal dose, and
of depression.
of depression. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, we'll try. Let's hunt down Marvin.
Hold on. So let's okay. Yeah, let's hunt down Marvin. So enter.
I mean, I understand why it works.
That's like only a Marvin thing. So it's like that's why Marvin's there.
Okay. I understand why it works. It
No,
just
you have to hit restore now. Yeah, restore. Oh, we didn't save again, Nick.
I know.
Listen. It's 3 listens. Now south.
No.
Oh, listen.
More
It's 4
listens.
listens. Now south.
South. Do we have to get the toolbox?
Kuno says, do you understand why you can hold T and no T at the same time? That's because we flicked the thing in our brain. There was a thing in our brain when we did the crazy alien battle fleet. Am I wrong?
It does not help.
Am I wrong in this? You can tell me if I'm wrong. We've got into our brain and we
I also do not remember. But I mean, I remember that. There was a moment, or was that a different game?
No, that was this one. We go into our brain after the enemy fleet.
And we fight a thing?
No, we didn't fight a thing. We just went into our brain and picked a thing that allowed us to... You removed our common sense, because common sense says you cannot hold T and no T. Yeah. Yeah. It's stupid. All right, so south.
ATM machine, are you saying that because you're British?
No, it's just that it is British.
Well,
South
that's
again.
true. It also involves T. South? Down?
Yep.
Where? I'm lost.
Down now.
Where are we going?
Manage the inventory. I'll be right back.
Okay, take fluff, put fluff in thing, Take glass. Put... Oh, fuck you. Okay, put... Cushion fluff in thing. Take glass. Put glass in thing. Take wrench. Put wrench in thing. Cool. So up. North. Up. Cool. Take T. Pick up no T. Excellent. Save. Contra. Dick. Contradick is the save name for this. Because it is a dick. I think you would still enjoy the book, even though I will say in hindsight, it is definitely killing my mood. Okay, so I need to look. So this is the Bridge of the Heart of Gold. A gangway leads down, and steam comes from... I don't remember where the door is. So John's gonna have to get back. I mean, obviously it'd be down. We're in the corridor of the fore end. Where the hell is John? Come on, buddy. Marvin is in that room, and he is very depressed. Okay, that's what I thought. So Marvin is in that room, and he is sad. And he's the one killing us. So how do we get his sad ass out? That is the question. What do we have that would make him not murder us? I mean, we could go Fargo on his ass. I mean, a paint chipper isn't a wood chipper, but I would like the idea of taking Marvin and just running him through a wood chipper and watching his robotic guts spill out onto snow. Like Steve Buscemi's body, just that would be great. So I'm betting that the paint chipper is what we need to do to Marvin. Just except for make it a wood chipper. Mm-hmm. No, I just want to turn him into Steve Buscemi. Ground meat on snow.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
okay.
Are
we ready to do this?
So I assume broadly I did save. So I saved from when I got the T and picked up the no T. So that is where we'll start off from here on out.
Okay.
That save is called Contradick because it's the contradictory puzzle and also because it's a dick.
It's a dick. Okay, this makes sense. This all makes sense. Yes.
That's as disciplined as I'll ever be.
Yes. We're really going to just milk this one game for this stream. I was like, we're going to be done in like 5 seconds. We should be able to, right?
I didn't want to be. I didn't want to play this game more than I wanted to be done.
I wanted to be done too.
This
is definitely, without question, like, Sorcerer frustrated the living crap out of me. But like, it had logic of its own, but one that I didn't necessarily like. Like, I feel like there was just some weird systems going on that it was trying to do that I did not enjoy. Here, I'm just like, I don't know what the hell what you're doing.
Yeah, this game is less entertaining than The Witness, and The Witness made me uncomfortable because it was racist.
Yeah, so, but The Witness was too simple, too empty. There wasn't a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't that interesting.
But, like, it was mercifully quick.
Yes.
And
we did that in one stream.
Yeah, we did it very fast. And outside of me losing my shit because that game... I think that game was a game where we fought the parser a bit. But
a tiny bit.
Not to the extent that we are right now.
Okay, so We need to do something to ourselves rather than to Marvin.
Yes. Is there anything we can do to make ourselves less sad?
Or make ourselves more sad.
Toothbrush up the bum.
Yeah.
Toothbrush up the bum.
But that's the thing,
Hitting
like,
the
we don't
prostate.
even know what that puzzle is. We don't even know.
I think it is fighting the sadness. Do we have booze?
No, but we don't even know what that...
We have tea. We have tea, John. He loves tea.
So we have to
drink the
drink
tea
the
and then
tea?
open the door.
Okay.
And then open the door.
Well, the door opens. We just have to go through it. Drink the tea, then go through the door. Okay, try
Correct.
that. Just try that. I don't...
But we have to get back to it because I don't know how
Down.
to. We're from corridor 4 end.
Down. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
So it
South.
went down the gangway.
South. West. Nope. North. West. There it is.
Okay.
Open door. No. No. Oh. No, you didn't. No, don't do it yet. Hold on. Open door.
1 second. Open door.
Yep, now drink tea.
Okay. It is the finest tea you have ever tasted. It has almost made this entire misadventure seem worthwhile. You experience several moments of complete happiness and relaxation. The cup itself vaporizes, part of the Galactic Anti-Litter program. So, west.
Okay, so west.
Upon entering the room, you are battered by tidal waves of depression. However, the happiness derived from your high score and that thoroughly excellent cup of tea you had recently helped you to survive. Marvin's pantry. This is a small closet with an exit to starboard. Marvin, the paranoid android, is here. There is a thermofusion chisel here.
Get chisel? It's just for a thermofusion chisel?
Put chisel in thing. Cool. So, starboard.
It's east. Now what?
Aft end.
Now what? We can't leave the ship.
So, well, okay. So this is one end of the short corridor that continues along the main deck of the Heart of Gold. Doorways lead aft to port. In addition, a gangway leads downward.
What's the point of getting the fluff?
I assume there's some cumulative puzzle at the end that requires the fluff. Like,
Okay.
in the same way that, like, Zork needed you to put trophies in a case, or Zork 2 required you to give the demon a bunch of objects in order to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something in that vein.
Okay.
We just need to have the fluffs or trophies that we need to have in order to
The
do
fluffs are our
or-
trophies. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's true.
Because
but
we
it
have
sort
like a
of feels that way.
we have a metric ton of garbage that we haven't used.
Yeah.
We haven't used the screwdriver. We haven't used any of the tools. We haven't used the magnifying glass. We haven't used any of the fluff. Like, we haven't used the toothbrush.
Can we get off the ship?
I don't think so. Go south.
Maybe Marvin can help us with leaving. We didn't talk to Marvin.
Okay. Well, you can't. You have to be specific. So... Oh, we need to go north and then down. Sorry. Down. And now it says the hatch below you is closed. Open hatch.
Open hatch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tools.
Well, one.
I don't know.
Ask ask Mar. I don't know. Ask Marvin about hatch.
Is
That's what
Marvin
we-
here?
No, we got to go up and go back to his room
Up.
and west. Ask Marvin about hatch.
About hatch. A long silence tells you that Marvin isn't interested in talking about the hatch.
Ask Marvin about ship.
Look at Marvin.
Nothing special about Marvin. Marvin, follow me.
Marvin, follow me. Please don't feel you have to take any notice of me. I'm just a mental robot.
Marvin,
menial robot.
how about Marvin, comma, open hatch?
Come open.
No, not come open hatch. Where does it come open hatch?
You said it.
Marvin, open hatch.
What do you want me to say?
Marvin, open hatch. Yeah.
Humans are so depressingly demanding. Do this. Pick up that. Unjam the opening mechanism of the other. Meet me in the hatchway access space in 12 turns, I suppose. He mutters. You can count up to 12. So hard to know with morons. And don't forget to bring the proper tool. Okay.
Okay, so
we have to be in the hatch in 12 turns.
In 12 turns with the proper tool.
With the proper tool. Presumably we have the proper tool at this point.
Yes. Have a good night, Audio Eric. Rest well. By the time I see you next, we'll have beaten this stupid game. So, so we need to go east.
Doorway leads
north. Up. Okay. There's also the owl, the AWL, and the pincer.
Take all.
Yeah, and pincer.
And pincer.
Okay. Put all in thing.
Take pincer. Put pincer in thing. We potentially found an all on site.
Oh, really?
There was a hut. Yeah, there was a hut that had been either intentionally or accidentally burned down. And in it, there was a wooden tool that was partially carbonified. It hadn't turned to ash, but it had turned into carbon, and it was clearly a worked piece of wood. That looked a lot like an awl. It's unclear what its actual function was, but it looked awl-y.
Awl-y, yeah. Was it a ultraplasmic vacuum awl?
No. It was not.
All right, so we go down.
Oh, ATM machine says this is the last puzzle of the game. Down.
South.
South.
Down.
Down.
Wait.
Marvin wanders up to you. I went to the access space, but you never showed up. I was misled into thinking that you wanted me to open the hatch, probably by the fact that you asked me to. We had to be in the hatch?
No, we had to be in the access space. So now we can just go up and ask him again. Up. West. Marvin, fix hatch.
Open hatch?
No, fix hatch. Was it open hatch? Oh, no, it's okay. We have to restore.
Okay.
Where were we when this happened?
Did I drink? We're at the
drink
door,
the tea.
Drink tea?
Hold on. We didn't...
We drank the tea?
Go west. You have to restore.
Never mind. West.
Open
door.
Drink tea.
Okay. Drink tea. West.
Get chisel. Put chisel in thing.
Get chisel. Put chisel in thing. Okay.
Marvin, fix hatch.
Fix hatch.
Okay. East. North.
That's 2.
Up.
3.
Get pincer.
Get pincer.
That's CER.
Get pincer.
Yep. Put
so
pincer
4.
in.
Put pincer in thing.
Yep.
5.
Get all.
Get all. Put all in thing.
It said we tried that ATM machine and it said we couldn't do that.
Okay,
Catacon Rose is here. Welcome, Catacon Rose. All right, now down, south, down,
south, down.
Save as the catch. I don't know. Ugh. And then, let's see. You're at the bottom of the gangway. Hatchway is closed. There's a small access... Oh, starboard. So go east. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Inventory. Hold on. Put pliers, rasp in thing. And chipper. Sorry. No.
What just happened?
Okay.
It just did that.
Hold on. So restore. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Catacon Rose. We're playing some text-based adventure games. We're almost done. We ran out of time. So let's just go up and get all our stuff put into the thing. And then we go do this. So restore.
Well,
no,
we didn't restore
Marvin.
So restore Marvin.
Yeah. Marvin. Restore first
Restore
and then Marvin.
Marvin. Okay.
So north.
Is it north?
Up.
Up.
All right. So inventory first. Go to your eye. Eye for inventory. So put rasp, pliers, screwdriver, and chipper in thing. We can bring one thing, and that would be the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then get
You want to put
the all and the whatever it is, the other thing.
rasp? No.
You have to type get all
I know.
all
I have to
pincers,
take
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Get all
And pincer.
rasp.
Rasp and
Pincer. Put rasp or pincer.
the rasp was one
all
actually.
in thing.
It just
What?
nothing, you're fine.
Do we have the rasp?
We had the rasp already in there. We put it in the thing already.
Okay. So
Yep, so we
we
gotta wait
no
first.
TC, a towel.
We'll drop all but the thing, and once we haven't gone into the thing. Why are we waiting?
You said wait.
Oh. Well, you didn't have to. I was talking. I was just conversation. Wait, Nick. You literally type everything I just say.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
I want you to have some say in what we do, John.
Okay.
I'm a very attentive partner.
Down.
Say go left, I go left. Say go down, I go down.
South.
Ooh. We're going to the land down under.
Save.
Do you gender, John?
Yes. Come from the land down under. You better run. You better take cover. Okay. Open door. Drink tea.
I know, Fennel.
Hi, Fennel. How you doing, kitty?
The world is very upsetting. Come here. Come here.
Nick, what's gonna happen when you leave for good and you go to live in the UK? What are we gonna do?
Well, there's no promise that I'm going to go to the UK.
You're gonna go to the UK, Nick.
Not necessarily. I like Philly. Oh, she won't come. But what's going to happen with what?
With this, we can't stream at this time.
We can make it work.
Oh, okay.
We'll make it work, John.
Okay, that's fine. Drink tea.
Drink tea.
West.
West.
Get thermal fusion chisel. Get chisel.
Chisel. Put
chisel
in thing.
Yeah, Catacon Rose says you can stream at any time if you replace your blood with caffeine. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Fix hatch. Oh. Okay, that's fine. East. Down. Drop all but... Oh, except. Sorry. Drop all except thing. Okay, that's fine.
I'm assuming we're allowed to have the Babelfish.
Kunononi says, I want to ask a question, but I don't want to spoil something if you haven't done it yet. Don't worry about it yet, Kuno. We're gonna let the game tell us. I want the game to tell us.
All right, where are we going?
East. Okay, so enter.
You have to remove the fish.
No, just enter. Okay, hold on. The entrance is so narrow that you probably couldn't pass by holding anything. Well, maybe one thing. Oh, drop all, and it's going to pop up in our inventory. Okay, now go east. Now inventory. Okay, hold on. It's for working on the hatch mechanism, which is best more complicated. Yeah, wait. Now inventory. Of course the thing didn't come with us. Hold on. No, stop.
We still had the no tea.
It's because we don't have any tea. You can't drop the no tea unless you have tea. Restore.
I think you can.
Hold on, restore. Maybe I just did something stupid there. I did something stupid. Yeah. So we go down. Wait, oh, hold on. We have no TNT. So open door. Drink tea. West. Put chisel, or get chisel and put in thing. Marvin, fix. Whatever. How do we know what the one tool is? You can't bring the thing into the access space. You have to bring one tool.
What was the tool he said?
He doesn't tell us.
He did say it. He
When?
did say it. We just didn't pay attention.
When?
When he walked in at the end. He asked for a specific tool and then went, "You schmucks."
Marvin tells you he does. Not in advance.
No, he doesn't tell you in advance, but he did tell us when he went there.
Okay. Okay, east. Then what's the point? What's the point of that? What's the point of that? Down.
Maybe we should have asked him what the tool was.
No, I don't. No.
Are we confident that's not the answer? Because
No.
I'm pretty sure we're about to go and it's not going to work.
I don't care. You go down.
Okay.
You have to find some way of obtaining clairvoyance. Okay, hold on. So, save here as waiting. And
we want to go to the access
just
space?
wait. Just wait until he gets there.
But we're not in the access space.
Shush.
Okay.
You never showed. I was misled into thinking that you wanted me to open the hatch, probably by the fact that you asked me to. Obviously, you changed your mind, or I misunderstood you. Which I'm going... What? It doesn't tell you what tool you need.
No, you have to be in the access space when he's there.
Okay, so restore. East.
But I'm assuming...
East.
Drop thing.
You can't take the thing with you. Okay. This is... Oh, why you build a puzzle like this, then? Why do you build a puzzle where a thing will follow you around and always go back into your inventory, except in an instance where you could do that?
Hand me. It's going to be different every time. I don't remember it being the ionic. So I'm gonna restore. We're gonna brute force this thing. So drop thing. So it was an ionic diffusion rasp. Remember that. Drop
Okay.
thing.
Okay, we're gonna get rasp
from thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's go east. Wait.
No,
Wait.
east once more. No, up. Hold on. Are we in the
we're in the axis phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's gonna be a different thing every time.
All right. So I would like you to restore to Marvin 2. Show Kuno what, and then we're gonna go to the bridge and show Kuno what we got.
One second.
It's fine.
The tool is for free. You don't have it immediately. Yep. If you don't have the tool in your inventory, Marvin will always ask for one you don't have.
Okay. And you can't take the thing with you. So Kuno wants us, and I'm fine with this. Kuno can tell us if we're missing something. Just restore Marvin 2, go to the bridge, and give him an inventory update. No, Marvin 2. We gotta restore Marvin 2. Yep. Now
Okay.
north, up. So we have a plotter, an improbability drive, a spare one, a satchel with a satchel fluff, a handbag.
Are we using the spare improbability drive for anything?
Yes. T substitute. Go to your inventory.
Part of the problem is that there's shit I do not remember.
T, no T, a thing, which has a vacuum awl, pincer, chipper, screwdriver, pliers, rasp, wrench, glass, magnifying glass, cushion fluff, Hitchhiker's Guide, sub-ether signaling device, toothbrush, pocket fluff, our gown, and a babel fish. Look in the handbag. So, more. Oh, you gotta actually retype click, because, yeah, the L was the more. Open. Oh. Jacket fluff and tweezers. And, yeah, so all the fluff is accounted for.
Is this a thing?
There's an area you
will
haven't been to yet. We've been in every room.
This is the bridge of the Heart of Gold. A gangway leads down, and steam comes from the entrance port.
Hold on.
We've never been there.
What? We've been there.
We've never been. We haven't, because every time we go there, it puts us in a random place.
No, when we go, what goes into the random place?
Let's take all of the fluff and only the fluff, and then go. So that steam room.
Yeah, we've been to the steam room, and it's like, oh, that was relaxing, and you leave. Watch, go in the steam room. Go in the steam room.
Oh my god, I hate this game.
You're missing an item.
No, I know what the steam room normally does, but what if the steam room is a puzzle? That we've just assumed it's a stupid thing.
What kind of puzzle is it?
I don't know, John.
What kind of puzzle is it? Can you?
I'm gonna get all the fluff.
No, hold on. Ask a guide about steam rooms.
Ask guide.
And they'd be like, oh, if you put all the fluff in a steam room, it will give you foresight into the future.
About what is the room called?
Sauna. I don't know.
The guide checks through.
Okay. It's a puzzle of how to compliment Nick. Nick, your patience with me knows no bounds, and of this I'm appreciative. You put up with my frustration and nonsense, and that you're too good of a friend. I love you.
You're a very good friend too. Turn on improbability drive. Nothing.
You're on the right track with the fluff, but you need to find something to put it in. Put fluff up Steve Boretsky's ass.
I've never felt more dumb, honestly.
So hold on.
Like, game has never made me feel
Flip the switch.
I did.
We've been in
Or
every
flip.
room. No, just flip switch.
Flip. Switch. Nothing happens because the T is not there.
The T's gone. Okay. Oh, hold on. Look at the drive. Look at the drive. Sorry, we can put the T back into it, but look at probability drive.
Use prepositions.
Look
Oh,
at
sorry.
drive.
I know. I understand.
Oh, and a small. Okay, so it has a switch, a fused spot where
It
a long
won't
cord
work
runs
so
again,
long as there's no T in it.
and a short cord plugged in there. There's another.
It's just such a tight sequence of events that need to occur in exactly the right order, but there's nothing. It isn't immediately apparent what that order is until you fucked it up. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the fucking problem. The fucking problem with this game is that it is unclear what the order of events is until such a time that you fuck it up. And like we've often talked about how learning through failure is like an important part of text-based adventure games.
Yeah.
But like we discover that there is more puzzles through just the fact that we can't do anything because we've made a mistake.
Okay, so they have questions. They want to know how many places we've been to. Which ones are you confident you have solved? We've been to Forward, Trillion, the Bug Bladder Beast of Trog or whatever, the warring alien species in the microfleet, Zaphod Beeble Brox's place. We have solved all of those. We've got the fluffs and all the friends things, right? Zaphod, Trillion, Forward, and we have our own fluff, right? We have all 4 fluffs. The warring microfleet that was how we turned off our common sense, and the trawl one got us the thing to make real tea. Key. No, see, Kuno, when you say this game is the king of learning from failure, no, because failure doesn't tell you anything here. We don't learn
Just that
anything from failure, just that we failed. And like in a game like Zork 2 or Zork 3, it actually gives you information when you fail.
Well, so I mean, I suppose it is the king of teaching you from failure if like the specific lesson is that you have poorly sequenced the events. Ironically, in a game about randomness and an absurdity,
Yes,
there's a very like strong rigidity. Like you cannot solve puzzles in the wrong order because if you solve them in the wrong order, you use resources that never come back.
If there's areas associated with each sense, right? Sight was forward, right? The light, which was the sun. Zaphod's was sight as well, which was the sun of his planet or whatever. Trillion was feel, right? Because she felt the wine.
Right.
The smell was...
Smell is the Bogont.
Yeah. No, the smell was the Bug Bladder Beast of No, that was maybe here.
Yeah.
No, here was the Warring Microfleet, and the smell was the Bug Bladder Beast of Trog.
I remember it also being true in the Vogons.
Well, the Vogons was as well, but the
smell.
Vogon just kills you automatically. The Vogons, they just do it. Mike says, this reminds me of Sierra games, and not in a good way. There are 2 areas for each sense.
There are 2...
Why? Nothing has told us that's the case. Because we would sit here and just do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and just get the same outcomes every time.
What? Where does the T go?
I don't remember.
Drive? Look at improbability drive. Put...
No, it's at the plotter side of things. Look at the plotter.
Okay. Put T in plotter?
No, look at the plotter for me. No, it evaporated itself, so you gotta restore it. Yeah. You have to look at the plotter. So, north and up. Key says out of context. No, Key. With context, this conversation is bananas. You gotta go north and then up.
North and then up. Okay. Look at
Plotter.
The atomic vector plotter has a small receptacle. Put T
in bit.
Receptacle.
Nope. The dangly bit.
No, the dangly bit goes in the T.
No, because the short cord from the spare improbability drive is plugged in the receptacle.
The dangly bit was in the T.
No, the dangly bit goes in the T. Put T in dangly bit, not in receptacle, because the improbability drive is in the receptacle.
So put dangly bit in T.
No, put T in bit.
How can you put the T in the bit?
Just do that.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense, but yeah. Because if you try to do that, it's like... No, okay, never mind. You might be right. You're right, Nick. North is up.
So up. North.
North, up. Put bits in T.
Look at plotter. Put bit. Bit. Put
the Fitbit
in T. Done.
Okay. Flip switch. Save.
Flip.
No. Save first. I want to do this again and again and again. Yes. That's a good save. Key, I'm doing fantastic. How are you? I know you're doing well. I know you're doing better. I hope you guys a good nap.
Write down that fuck is when we put the dangly bit back in the T.
Well, because that is kind of like some kind of penetration of sorts, so it makes a lot of sense.
Flip switch. Cool.
Look.
My favorite puzzle.
Smell, taste, see, feel. So,
here.
This is here.
Hear nothing. You hear the deep and distant hum of a star drive above
South.
you. There's an exit to port. I'm gonna restore.
No, don't restore. It could be a different thing, Nick. It could be a ruse. The game's trying to trick you.
No.
Okay, restore.
No, so maybe don't restore.
Okay, that's fine. Just go south and then up. Just go south and up. South and up. Yeah, you're right.
South and up.
You're right.
South and up.
Flip
Maybe
switch.
it remembers.
Just flip the switch. Yeah, let's just see what happens.
Flip switch. Look at how fun this is.
This
I'm
is the
having so
most
much
fun. This is the most fun game I've ever played. No, listen. You gotta hold on. Feel, hear, taste, smell. Look at nothing.
Look at nothing.
Look at light.
Okay. Look at light. This is the platform surrounded by a crowd. Okay. Cool.
Yep, several members of the crowd are holding a large banner. Blah, blah, blah. Gasp at the appearance.
Listen.
South. Up. Flip switch.
Are we on the right track, people who know? We don't have T in our inventory.
We have T connected to the plotter.
Do we also need T?
Yeah. Keep going, says Kuno. Okay, we're fine. Keep going. We have to find a new place. I'll get another ice water while you farm darkness for the correct location. No, we can't have T in our inventory because then it won't be connected to the plotter, and thus we can't use the improbability drive.
Is there a way to make more T? Yes, okay.
I'm sorry, ATM machine. Okay. I want to also stress that my sound of frustration is not directed towards you.
See, feel, taste, smell.
Hold on.
Hear nothing.
Whee!
Oh my god, we're back at the ship.
Yay!
Let's go
south.
Let's go
south.
North?
No, south.
No. South again. Up again.
Flip the switch.
We flip the switch.
Woo! Woo! Look.
Dark. Look. And we're going to taste, see, hear, smell, touch, nothing. Woo! Oh, it feels wet and squishy.
Touch liquid. Touch liquid.
Touch liquid. It seems
Drink
coldish.
liquid. Drink liquid.
Look.
No. Drink the
What?
liquid.
What happened there?
It's just a drink the liquid. Okay, there's nothing you can
Why?
taste, see.
Taste.
Hold on.
Taste, feel.
Taste,
Oh, touch.
see, feel,
Nothing.
smell. Touch nothing. Yeah, touch nothing,
No,
right?
no, touch is there.
Oh,
Touch is there.
here.
Here, nothing. Oh.
Okay, keep going. Let's go. South.
John.
South, Nick. No, south, Nick. Sick, this is fun. We're having fun. We're having fun, Nick. I'm having fun. South.
1 second, John. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Nick, South
I'll
Nick.
be right back.
South Nick. What are you getting? You getting
I'll
booze?
be right back.
Nick's got to get booze.
I'm getting
Hi,
booze,
folks.
bro.
Welcome to the
I'm
stream.
getting booze.
I'm Bogus Meat Factory. I am a player of video games with my good friend Nick on Saturdays, where we play text adventure games. The best type of games. I want to stress that, quite literally, there have been 2 games that have flustered me. Well, 3 games, I guess. 3 games out of like the 12 that we have beaten that have flustered me. One was just suspended, but it's not the fault of suspended. That is just a fault of my own brain and miswiring. That game is fantastic and is arguably the best Infocom game that we've played, but not my favorite. And then the other one would be Sorcerer because, and this game. Oh my god. Nick, on the other hand, has only really been flustered by this game, Sorcerer, and The Witness. Nick's getting tea so he doesn't die of depression. If you wait in the darkness repeatedly, you should be able to control things a bit. It's clear the game is making you both absolutely miserable. It is! But that's the thing. Oh. Just want to pour water on my head. There was actually water on my head now. It's just dripping. I'm wet now. I'm wet. Nick made me wet. So, yeah, but also on Mondays I play MMORPGs. This Monday I might be playing Wizarding 101 with my sister-in-law Zoe. That might be interesting. Mike says, is the second most famous Infocom game just because of the license and not like quality. I feel like a lot of this has to deal with trying to fit things with the source material, working with a person who is difficult to work with, aka that guy, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Douglas Adams, like being difficult to work with. Douglas Adams, thank you, Key. No, it's not Edgar Rice Burroughs. Being difficult to work with and like just I just said words, ATM machine. Listen, we removed all common sense from our brain, so like it's all gone. Key says I do this all the time on stream. Exactly. It's just a word association. First thing that comes into your mind, just let it flow. Just let it flow. Let's not speak ill of the dead. This is true. Wizard One is really cute. You might really like it. You know what, Big Mike Ocho? I think I will. Most famous Infocom game is Ballyhoo. Really? Edgar, you would say Ballyhoo is the second most famous Infocom game? No way. Planetfall. Zork. Mike says, I remember nothing about his second Infocom game and how now I'm excited for that stream. Oh my gosh. He says, it'd be like, who's that name I'm thinking of? Is it Abraham Lincoln? And someone's like, no, it's J-Lo. Infocom isn't even remotely famous, I don't think. Flitchart says, no hints, right? Don't panic. Yeah, we're okay. I think we're on the right track, I think. We wish they'd take hints. It would ease their suffering. Oh, we are Flitchard. I also want to say, like, we're playing this up a bit. Like, I want to also stress, like, we don't hate this game. We think it is probably the weakest of the Infocom games that we have played for a lot of reasons. There are some things we like. Maybe we should do that when Nick comes back. Say something that we like about this game. What puzzle have we enjoyed? Oh, Nick's shaking. That's beautiful. He's mad. But every Saturday, we've been going, Flitchard, by the way, through all of the games chronologically. And we have enjoyed thoroughly almost all of them, with an exception of just a small fraction. Mike says, Infocom is famous to adventure game players, which probably means not actually that famous in the grand scheme of things. Big Mike says, I never encountered a paywall. So what happens is, there's not actually a huge paywall, Kuno. So how Wizard 101 works is, there are areas that you can go to, and they're locked off. You either have to pay for a subscription, or pay real-world money, or, and this is no joke, answer just, like, general knowledge questions on their site, and you earn the real-world currency just by answering questions like, hey, what's the capital of Arizona? What were the names of the 3 ships that Columbus took to when he discovered the Americas? Like, those sorts of things. And, like, history and science questions and, you know, math and geography, that stuff like that.
I'm back from my fit.
Fitchard says, I like the point where the game sulks because you insisted on entering a room and pretends nothing is there. Oh, yeah. We do have real tea. Yes.
Yep. 1 second. I forgot my phone. I'll be right back.
Okay. We will play a game. We will. Nick's got to get Nick's in the controls. I can't control it, so he's yeah. So I can't do anything until he gets back. Hi, Nick.
Oh boy.
Hi, Nick.
How are you doing, John?
I have a question, Nick. I want you to. I want you to do something for me. We're going to now take a second. Right, you got your drink set up. I want you to say one nice thing you think about this game. Like a puzzle you liked, or just something that you thought was smart, that was engaging, that was interesting, that you enjoyed.
I like the Babblefish puzzle.
The Babblefish puzzle. I know, that's so weird that everybody hates it, but I'm with you that I actually enjoy the Babblefish puzzle too.
I think that's my favorite puzzle in the entire game. If the entire game were just that puzzle and then stopped, I think it's a winner.
Yeah. All right.
I made myself a whiskey sour. I was gonna just get a shot glass.
Yeah.
And then take shots every time
we get back in the ship.
But I decided that would kill me.
That would kill you. Don't do that, please. Okay. So we got to go south. Or sorry, south up.
Whiskey sour.
Whiskey sour is Nick is drinking.
Yep, and got a nice foam on it from the egg white.
Fleshard says if you try to solve the Babblefish by trial and error, the dispenser runs out of fish just before you solve it. I didn't know this, but I enjoyed the Babblefish puzzle, like in general. Like, I thought that was a very enjoyable puzzle. It was good. Now up. Flip switch. Look.
So
hear, smell, taste, feel. So look at nothing. Now look at light.
You are hurrying up a country lane. Okay, so we're on Earth. The sky's light and clear.
Yeah.
But you keep glancing at it with apprehension.
Yeah, nor.
You know that it will.
Just go north. It's fine.
Wait, are we? Who are we?
Forward. Oh, ATM machine says when you're in the darkness, try waiting a few turns.
Okay. Do we want to do this?
And Flitchard says, by the way, if you finish the micro fleet, never return to it or you're doomed. Just restore. Okay, flip switch. So look. Now hold on. So taste, hear, feel, smell. We know that looking does forwards and zaphods, and those aren't. We've done the things we can do there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wait
until we get the one we want.
Hear, smell, taste, see, so we can feel.
Did
so
it
touch
change?
Nothing. Okay, it feels warmish. Okay, this is new.
You are
save.
Hey.
I'm writing save in
Oh my
letters
God.
on my notes.
Oh my God, John! This entire time we could have controlled it just by waiting.
It doesn't make any sense. Why? Why?
Because it would rotate through them.
Why? Why though? It doesn't tell us this. It doesn't tell us we can do that, and there's no reason for us to. Sperm, please. Oh, you could. That's more nuanced than mine. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Thank you, Nick. All right, you're in the stomach of a sperm whale. You can hear a distant sound of rushing thunder. There's a flower pot here. Get flower pot.
Get flower pot. Oh God. Who are we?
We are ourselves. Fuck. Drop the thing. Drop the thing. It'll come back to us.
Thing.
Now get
flower
pot.
Look, we're falling to our death right now.
I know. Put flower pot in thing.
Put flower pot in thing.
Get thing.
Look.
Get thing. I just want to
get thing.
Okay,
Can't.
that's fine. Just look.
Look. So, do we want to look at flower pot?
Look at the flower pot, sure. The flower pot had just one thought, not again. And if we knew what that meant, we would be smarter for it.
The pot is filled with fertile soil. It is inscribed Inertial Guidance System, Magrathian Missile Company. It must have been created by the same burst of improbability that created the whale itself. Cool.
God, just hearing about the flower pot brings back nostalgia of reading the whole 5-book trilogy. It's a fantastic. I love that bit. That is like my favorite bit, and I was glad it was done very well in the movie too. I like the movie. I don't know what you guys. What are your thoughts on the movie? Catacomb Rose, Flitchard. What are your thoughts on the movie? All right.
Is this it?
Wait.
It. Writing this.
Wait.
To death.
We're writing this toward death. Oh no! Is it gonna kill us?
Yeah,
no.
we died.
Oh no, we didn't die because it would be game over. Splat. Everything becomes dark.
Well, we died in the.
Listen. Just listen. It's fine. The movie's fine. I enjoyed it. It's not bad. Forward. I feel like I'm a couch. I know how you feel. The TV miniseries more, Mike. Nice. How about the radio drama? So,
Is this the thing we needed?
I bet you it is. Okay, so up.
Kuno. Is this the stupid thing we needed?
Not stopping your house from being bulldozed or talking to the host at Trillian's party. Those are good. Up. Just go up. Oh, sorry, not up. We gotta go south and then up. This was the thing you needed. Okay. Okay, so just go south and then up. No, you're there you go. Yeah, perfect. Up. Yeah. Okay. Look at the flower pot.
Where is it?
Where's the thing?
We don't have it.
Where's the thing?
Let's move around.
Yeah. Just go somewhere. I don't know. Down. They made an AGS studio version of this. AGS version of this. Flitchard, I didn't know this.
Got it.
Okay, we got it. Great. Look at the flower pot again. It's filled with fertile soil. Hold on. Let's use the magnifying glass on the fluff. No, it's not. Look
at fluff
with magnifying glass.
Magnifying glass.
Okay. Oh, research fluff in the guide. Enjoy the mud. We did not enjoy the mud. No. No. Ask guide about fluff.
Fluff is interesting stuff. A deadly poison on Bodega Minor. The diet staple of Frazzle 5. The unit of currency on the moons of Blurfoid system, and the major crop of the laundry supplies planet, Blastus 3. One ancient legend claims that 4 pieces of fluff lie scattered around the galaxy, each forming 1/4 of the seedling of a tree, with amazing properties. The sole survivor of the tropical planet Foosball.
Footnote 8.
The ultimate source of fluff is still a mystery, with the scientific community torn between the Big Lint Bang theory and the White Lint Hole theory.
Ask guide about footnote 8. We can also ask about Earth. Yeah, absolutely. Oh.
I don't remember. Do you just type
footnote 8? Yeah. Maybe. Oh, okay.
I don't remember how the footnotes work.
Okay, so it just says it's not a very good legend, is it? That's the footnote. The legend about the tree. Blah, blah, blah. It's not a good legend. Okay.
Do we plant
the fluff in the flower pot? Yeah.
So put cushion.
Yeah.
Fluff. Pocket. Fluff. What else?
That's it for right now. The rest are upstairs. The rest are up at the bridge.
In flower pot.
Yep, you dig a small hole. Gingerly place the fluff at the bottom and cover it over. Okay, now go up. Oh, sorry, north. North? Now up. Oh, hold on. Go north one more. Sorry. I'm like, where are we? Up. All right, so open, or put satchel fluff, or get satchel fluff, or whatever. Get jacket fluff. Blah 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 blah.
Get jacket fluff.
And
what was
satchel
the other fluff.
And satchel fluff. We've solved that conundrum, Flitchard. We will get to it. That's for fixing because we learned oh, we have to fix
the other. What's the other? It's not there, John.
You were trying to
What's the other fluff?
No, it's satchel fluff and the handbag fluff. You have to get.
There's jacket fluff. There is no satchel fluff.
Sitting on top of it is satchel fluff. You didn't get it first. That's why.
You dig a small hole. Okay, 1 second. Look.
Yeah, there's a satchel here. Sitting on top of it is satchel fluff.
Okay. Get satchel fluff. Am I fucking crazy?
Open the satchel?
Get satchel.
Open satchel.
Drop thing.
No, just open satchel. Just no. Open satchel, please.
Open satchel.
ATM machine says this might be a bug.
Okay. Pick I. Drop satchel. No. Let's look. Is there satchel fluff?
Hit more. There's more. Hit, yeah. No. Drop satchel.
Drop satchel.
Now
Look.
The more.
There is satchel fluff here. Get
satchel fluff.
satchel fluff.
What the hell does...
What? Satchel fluff in pot. In flower pot.
What? And now to water it, we go into the sauna.
What was the sauna?
Save the game, says Kuno. Save the game, save the game, save the game. Kuno. Just name it Kuno. No, call it Kuno. Kuno's mad. Like, save the game, damn it. We're frustrating our viewers more than anything right now. I'm sorry. Everyone in chat, I'm sorry.
I feel like we're doing okay.
I think the ATM machine has said that's bizarre like 1,000,000 times.
What's bizarre? Our choices or the game?
No, Fletcher, you're not an inconvenience at all. I'm sorry. Like, okay, so we saved it. Now let's go into the thing.
Seeing the save the game comment. Interesting. So semina, by the way, John, is the Latin word for seed.
Yes, I know. Seminal fluid. You didn't know about that? You know seminal fluid?
I am familiar with seminal fluid, John.
Are you sure?
And it's Latin. Oh boy. Oh, I mean, I would rather be playing with semen than I would.
Fun fact: we do have, if you're following, there is a save emote. There is a save emote that you can spam. It's God's final message to all creation.
So east?
Oh, sorry for the inconvenience. Yes. ATM machines are. It says the sun. Yeah, go into the E. Yeah, we're going to the thing. Sorry, ATM machine. Not
Where's
east. Enter
west. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, we did it. Do we still have the flower pot?
I don't know. Inventory. We don't have it in our inventory. Get flower pot.
Get flower pot.
Now save.
Okay. Save. Semina.
Okay, now enter sauna.
Enter sauna. Okay. Look at
I found it.
Pot is filled with fertile soil. We also can't see the fluff in it anymore.
Yeah. Do we do it again? Enter sauna? I don't know what.
What if the magnifying glass we use to like focus light to get it to grow? Point magnifying glass at pot. Nope. Is there light somewhere?
Time is passing. Just keep doing it. No, because when you say point, it makes a joke of that would be pointless. Get it? Pointless. You were supposed to give it to Arthur after he had a few beers.
Give what to Arthur?
Yeah, we can pick it up the way we did. Yeah. Just wait.
Oh, there's a tiny movement in the flower pot.
Look closely and see a tiny sprout poking out of the soil.
Look at sprout with magnifying
It won't
glass.
do it. Just look at sprout.
Look at sprout. Okay.
Okay, just wait. Just wait. It's growing. Maybe go in the sauna again. I don't know.
Enter sauna. Enter the sauna. You have
you enter the sauna.
You a changed plant.
You have with you a changed plant. Okay, look at the plant.
Look at plant. The plant is now large and leafy. Hanging from it is a large succulent fruit.
Get the fruit. Get
fruit.
that fruit.
Feeling.
Save again. Semina is our previous save. Yeah, Kuno save. See, no, yeah, Fruit Loops, got it. Eat fruit.
The fruit has a zesty taste, and you devour it greedily. Suddenly your vision wavers, and you see yourself, as though from a distance, standing near Marvin, who asks you for a toothbrush, and the image vanishes like a movie when the film breaks, and you find yourself still on the bridge.
Toothbrush.
It seems that this plant is a rare horticultural phenomenon long thought to be extinct, the tree of foreknowledge. So he's going to ask for the toothbrush.
Toothbrush, Nick. All right, so,
Get
hold on.
tea.
Get the tea.
Get no tea.
Get toothbrush.
Thing.
Oh, okay, that's
Get
fine.
toothbrush.
You could have just gotten the toothbrush. We don't need the thing anymore.
Drop thing.
Yeah.
All right. Save.
So,
Foreskin.
Good save. Down. Great
Down.
save, Nick. Yeah, we because that's the thing, Fletcher, is that this is how we knew that we were making a mistake, because we had missed this. We had done all of the other stuff. It's like we know how to get into the room. We know how to avoid the depression. We know that the hatch is broken and it needs to be fixed by Marvin. We know he's asking for a certain tool, and we also now know through our failure that every time he's going to ask for a different tool. So we need to find a way to then know how to do that. But
we didn't know we missed one of the random events.
Okay. So we went down. So south.
South.
Open door.
Open door. Drink
tea.
tea.
West.
South. West.
West, yeah.
Cool.
Marvin. Fix. Marvin comma. No, comma. You gotta get your commas, Nick. Your commas. No, fix hatch. Oh, that too, I guess. Okay. East. Down. East.
And then we have to get into the access hatch.
Drop all but toothbrush. Okay. East.
This tiny area with an exit to port is for working on the hatch mechanism, which is vastly more complicated than your rather ordinary intelligence can comprehend. I thought we just proved that we were very smart.
Yes.
The floor is an open metal mesh, like the floor of a catwalk.
Now we wait.
Save.
Prep use. Okay.
Wait.
Give toothbrush.
Brush to Marvin. Marvin fiddles inside the mechanism with the toothbrush for about 0.3 of a second. You hear the hatchway slide open. I don't expect you to be grateful, says Marvin, or even interested, but that was probably more complicated than every single action you'll ever perform in your entire life, put together. He limps away, and me, you hear him mutter as he goes, with this terrible pain and all the diodes down my left side.
West. I don't care,
West.
Marvin.
You're at the bottom of a gangway. The hatch below you is open. There's
Down.
a small access space to starboard. There's a flower pot here.
Just down.
There's a thing you're on.
Down. Down.
Down. You step onto the landing ramp leading down toward the surface of the legendary lost planet of Magrathea. Announcement. This is Eddie, the shipboard computer. Someone is leaving the ship on a strange planet without wrapping up all nice and warm. It'll all end in tears. I just know it. The voice fades behind you. Ramp. The wind moans. Dust drifts across the surface of the alien world. Zaphod, Ford, and Trillian appear and urge you forward. Slowly, nervously, you step downwards, the cold, thin air rasping in your lungs. You set one single foot on the ancient dust, and almost instantly, the most incredible adventure starts, which you'll have to buy the next game to find out about, which I will not want to do.
Nick, it doesn't exist!
There was a causal relationship between you taking the toothbrush and the tree collapsing at the very beginning of the game. We apologize for this slight inaccuracy.
There isn't a sequel, Nick.
Is 400 of a possible 400.
There isn't a sequel. There isn't a sequel.
Good.
That's it. That's
Doesn't
it.
deserve one.
Thank you for the GGs. Thank you for the bits, Hash. Can we talk about this? Yeah, because actually, Richard, it's not your fault though, because we started this back in what, Nick? March? April? April?
No, it's far back. May.
Yeah, May. Okay, May. But you had to go on your work assignment out in Rome, so. Game's over, time to riot. Thank you, Mike. That was painful. So, let's go, because, yeah, we couldn't play. Hold on one second. I just unplugged my headphones.
I don't think we've ever needed this much help. We've never taken this long to do it.
Yeah. We have not yet, Flitchard. We are going chronologically. So, the next one that we'll be playing is Suspect. It'll be. Let me pull up. Oh, sorry, Nick. You're gonna be disappeared for a few minutes.
That's fine.
Infocom games. So our next order. Don't trust the game that it's over. It's untrustworthy. Royal Yanma says, "Nice work, fellas." Thank you, Royal Yanma. Thank you very much. So next,
hints was an option.
What? We could have asked for hints.
We could have asked for hints from the game.
Oh, from the game? Did it say this?
Look!
Get hints or end the session of the game. Get hints?
Could have gotten hints.
Could have gotten hints.
Did we just literally never read that?
I probably. So, yeah, we've got, so our next steps is Suspect, Wishbringer, A Mind Forever Voyaging, Spellbreaker, and then Ballyhoo. We've gone through Zork 1, Zork 2, Deadline, Zork 3, Starcross Suspended, The Witness, Planetfall, Enchanter, Infidel, Sorcerer, Sea Stalker, Cutthroats, and now Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 Infocom games we've beaten, Nick. Check the hints. Get hints. Get hints.
It's a year, John.
Get hints. It has been a year. Bureaucracy will be at some point for sure. Just type
warning,
hints.
it is recognized that the temptation for help may at times be so exceedingly strong that you might fetch hints prematurely. Therefore, you may at any time during the story type hints off, and this will disallow the seeking out of help for the present session of the story. If you still want a hint, now indicate hint.
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 No. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Hint.
No.
Hint.
No. Turn it off. I wonder if hints is
Give me a
tell
hint.
me how to get points I missed feature. It must be. I don't know. I don't think you can beat the game without the maximum score.
I don't either.
Royo Yanma says, Norden Burt, you remember fondly. A lot of people... So, Norden Burt's one of those ones that I have found from a lot of people that they either loved it a lot or hated it a lot. I kind of know what Norden Burt is like, just kind of mechanically. And I think it's a game that I will like a lot. Our final tally was 400 out of 400, right?
Yeah, 400 out of 400 and like 500 moves, technically.
Even though, oh boy, I hated every literal second of that game.
No, you didn't. You enjoyed the beginning.
I did.
When we got to the Heart of Gold.
Sure.
When we got to the Heart of Gold,
The
we hated it.
beginning was poisoned by the end and the middle and the rest of it.
I did not get the final tally. Hold on. Let's see. Final tally. 7 fails, 5 restarts, 58 restores. Holy crap. Kuno, thank you. By the way, that is amazing. You're far too kind to have done such a thing. That is way too nice of you to have done that. I appreciate it. That was a lot of restores. 7 fails, Nick. Norden Burt, Nick and Bogey, coincidence? I think not. Some of the games that have them, the hints are basically the Invisiclues. Yeah, that makes sense. That's, man.
I'm gonna put some mail under my computer so I can look at me dead
Yes,
on.
I want to see your eyes. Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about this. Let's deconstruct this again. We've even talked about one of the major things that we thought was the case. So when we first came into conflict in this game, and we were very much like, I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. And we're like, okay, well, the game's going to want us to use the guide, right? For instance, with the computer being like, hey, we need you to show signs of intelligence before we can let you pass. So we consult the guide about intelligence, and that gives us a clue on what we need to do. We knew, like, oh, the T-No-T, got it. But from there on out, like, you have to consult the guide about the fluff to know to use it with the teapot. But
the flower pot.
Sorry, you know what I mean. But
no, I don't.
Why would we want to consult the guide about fluff?
Other than we just don't fucking know what the fluff does, but it's clear that it does something. I think that is the reasoning there, is that you have all this fluff. The fluff is clearly important because you're gathering it. You don't know what the fuck the fluff does.
Yeah.
So
just to know that you have to get it, so it must be important. So let's consult the guide about it. That's also the kind of thing. The trait of Steve Moretsky, one that I actually very much appreciate and enjoy, is him having compendiums of knowledge that you can have access to. In Planetfall, the library, the computer system there. Sorcerer, it has that compendium of knowledge.
Lore.
Huh? It's lore.
But that compendium knowledge is lore. It's not there to contribute to the gameplay. It's there to flesh out the world.
Exactly. And in Sorcerer, it's in the very beginning, and it's something that after you've beaten the game, think about things that you could ask it, come back to the game fresh, and just ask that compendium after the fact, right? And that's really kind of its purpose. Yeah. And then here, it's a crucial point of gameplay, but there's never a situation, there's only one situation where we're like, oh, well, we should consult the guide. That's it. One time.
Yeah.
We used it once. And then we had to again for that. Let's see. A lot of bureaucracy was actually written by Michael Bywater because Douglas Adams was doing other things, including consulting on Lucasfilm's game, The Labyrinth game. The best way to enjoy The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text adventure is with a walkthrough. Yeah. So you see
the best way to enjoy the game is to play it not at all.
Yeah, the best way, because that's the thing, right? The guide doesn't offer context, right? I would recommend, like, for instance, for folks who are like, I want to get into the Myst franchise, right? And I was very much like, if you want to get into Myst, like, if you really hit a wall, use a guide, but use something like the Universal Hint System because it offers context to better understand. Like, it drip feeds you information to help you better understand context and really understand the puzzles and why they work the way they do. And, like, use a guide. For, like, Riven, absolutely. Because you're also getting information so that you can appreciate the game more. It's like, we can't appreciate the game more because of using a guide. There's not... I don't know. Infocom was understandably peeved that he was working on it at all when he was supposed to be designing bureaucracy for them. Yeah, there's a... Man. Oof. It's... So, I enjoy humor in games, but I felt like the humor crossed the line where it was impeding on our ability to enjoy the game, much like we found that same kind of situation in Sorcerer. But we didn't get that in Planetfall. Nick, do you have anything nice to say about it?
No.
I do.
No.
I have things. So, like, I do like having that centralized area where the Heart of Gold is meant to be like your hub, because we like hubs. We do like a hub in a game. Like, remember how we had, like, the carousel was our hub in Zork 2? The living room in Zork 1 is our hub.
You're doing the equivalent of trying to find something nice to say about a person and being like, well, she has a pulse.
Yeah, they are alive, and I would not wish death
They're
upon them.
alive, and being alive is more positive than being dead.
Yeah.
So, like, her personality stinks. She's just a vile human being that I would never spend time with. But her heart beats, so there she could she's able to commit cellular respiration. That is the threshold that we have for kindness towards this game.
Then let's...
is that it exists.
Okay.
And that is a positive quality. That, like...
Mike says...
Which I would argue isn't. This game has contributed to entropy, John. This game is hastening the end of the heat death of the universe, sir. Like, this game is a negative. It's a waste.
Hold on. Mike is asking you didn't think the writing was funny at all? Outside of the puzzles.
So, like, it's... Sure. The writing is funny. But, like, I'm having... It's like having a poo surrounded in chocolate.
But we
like,
can't...
that chocolate hit is real nice, but then you bite in deeper.
Do you want to know what the poo is? Do you know what the poo is?
I have poo in my mouth,
The
John.
poo is the ticking clock. This game has a million
Poo is
small...
the game.
Yeah. There's a million
Poo is
tiny...
the game.
There's a million tiny ticking clocks. I can't appreciate... or I can't digest the comedy and the writing because I'm always feeling like I'm gonna die in 5 turns if I don't do this thing. Like, I've got to think about this stuff. I have to worry about these obstacles that are always trying to kill me, and then I have to wait 4 turns before I can actually move again, like over and over again. I'm actively trying to be like, let's hurry it up because I'm constantly stuck. Where it's like, oh, you have to wait. You have to wait. Wait. Listen. South. Up. Flip switch.
Oh, God.
Wait.
Oh, God.
Wait. Like,
oh, God.
There's a lot of waiting in this game.
And so it's like PTSD, John.
But then it makes you be like, I don't care about the comedy. Because I'm sitting here and have to wait. Let's just go. I don't want to sit and smell the roses because there's a lot of waiting I have to do, and I don't want to do that.
So that's part of the reason why I would say the hub isn't even an advantage, because like going to the hub every time made me want to die.
We don't go to the hub, we go hub adjacent.
Well, I don't like every time we went to the damn ship and then had to go up to the damn gangplank and then see our shit. Every single fucking time that happened.
Yes.
I wanted to quit and get gin. That is
inventory
system. I
system.
just wanted to be like, okay. Well, I need gin.
Let's talk about
I can't handle this. And then I decided whiskey because I wanted variety.
Okay.
I also will say that the text is occasionally funny, but I'm not reading a book. I'm playing a game, and the text it is rare that the text advances the gameplay. In fact, I would argue that often the text gets in way of the gameplay.
You're right.
The text actively obfuscates what I'm supposed to be doing. The game will lie to me, and it's not even a game where like I'm trying to like interrogate a
NPC.
Like the point of the game isn't like trying to understand a narrator that is, what is the term I'm looking for?
Unreliable narrator.
Unreliable narrator. Yeah. Like that's not it. Like we're not playing a game where we're trying to sort out what is true and what isn't true.
Like
that isn't the point of this game.
Like in Deadline.
The game decided that what's absurd? Yeah. If the game just lies to you.
Yeah, there's an exit to the port.
You know what's really super absurd? If it does it every single time you go to exactly the same place and it's going to do it.
Yeah.
Every time. I will give you the same lie and then tell you I lied to you. And it's like...
Let's talk about the inventory system, Nick. Let's talk about the inventory system. Okay?
I sort of like the inventory system. I'll say that the thing is an interesting idea.
I think it's the second worst.
Okay.
The second
so we disagree there.
worst. Because what happens in The Witness is the most frustrating. Where you're like, oh, you're carrying too many things, so you drop one of the random things you're carrying and the thing you're trying to pick up. That's the most frustrating. Infidel tries to solve that problem by having the backpack, and you have to set it down to put things in the backpack. But guess what? You can unlimited things can be put in the backpack, and you can carry it like no problem, right? That's not the case with the
Infidel's
thing.
fucking amazing. Can we play that game again?
Infidel was fun. That was so
It
good.
is honestly one of my favorite. Like
Infidel,
that is, like, stellar.
Enchanter, Starcross. I know a lot of people don't agree with me with that, but Infidel, Enchanter, Starcross, like those are.
I mean,
Zork 2. I like
don't
Zork 2
agree
a
with
lot.
us on Infidel.
This
because
is true.
He eats shit and dies, which I think is entirely fitting. He's a
So
bastard.
fitting. He's a
deserves
terrible person. We're a bad
that. I think
protagonist.
it's shit that he died.
No, Infidel was great. Suspended, great. Like when we go down this list, Nick. Let's just go down this list, okay? Zork 1, one of your
It's all the
favorites.
micro like. Yeah,
Hold
Zork 1's a good game.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna shrink this. 1 second. I'm gonna put it on my phone so that way you don't shrink. Let me see. So Zork 1, you enjoyed Zork 1 of your favorites. Zork 2, one of my favorites. I loved Zork 2 a bunch.
It was at one point my second favorite.
Deadline. We didn't like it as much at first, but looking back at it, we'd enjoyed it a bunch for a narrative game because it was more of a narrative game. Right?
For what it does, it's very good.
Yeah. 18 Machine says a lot of people didn't like Infidel at the time because they weren't used to interactive fiction games characterizing the protagonist so strongly. It was just you in most games. Yeah, I know, I get it, but it's a different type of game. Deadline we enjoyed. Zork 3, it's fine. It's not the worst, but it was just fine. Like, right?
What was just fine?
Zork 3. Overstayed its welcome.
I remember hating Zork 3 more in the moment than I do in hindsight.
Yeah, it just overstayed its
So
welcome.
like
The
Zork 3
puzzles.
does interesting narrative things. It overstays its welcome. I will say that.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue with Zork 3 is that Zork 3 has like a couple of false endings.
Yeah, a puzzle, and
Like,
I got
it's
the
like,
puzzle.
okay,
It's
I'm
like,
over.
oh, there's another step. You're like, okay, I understand that step. I got it. It's like, oh, there's one more step, and you're like, okay,
I'm done.
okay.
I was done 2 steps ago.
Yeah,
I finished the game. Thank you.
yeah,
That's just a game that like is perfectly fine until the end, where it oversteps and it goes one too many puzzles.
If that room puzzle that was really intricate was the end, you know what? It'd be a much better game.
That would have been fine.
The final puzzle is tedious and boring and stupid. Oh,
I honestly think that they at some point went, this game isn't long enough, because that was the first game I think we finished in a single session.
Single session, yep, absolutely.
Everything else we did in 2.
Yeah.
That was the first one we did in 1.
Yeah.
Now to be fair, it was a 4-hour session.
Yes.
But like and that was also I think a part of our frustration with the fact that it wasn't ending.
Yeah.
Was that we're like, it's so close.
So close.
It has to be over.
It has
in
to be
like
over
10
here.
minutes.
And no.
And it
Starcross,
wouldn't be.
one of my favorites. I love Starcross.
Starcross is great.
Starcross is great.
Starcross is very cute.
Suspense.
I like
yeah. Starcross.
Dave Lebling's writing.
Yeah. Dave Lebling is more romantic than Mark Blank in terms of his writing.
Yeah.
He writes some silly prose, like or just more flowery prose. Mark Blank is very
I like I
detail oriented.
Yeah. And I like the homages to like Zork and Zork 2.
Yeah. Grooves
which
should be in every
Deadline
game.
was missing, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grooves are the best.
Suspended. Arguably the best game,
Right.
but not my favorite game.
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah. It's just because of my brain.
Suspended like shows you what is capable, like what the parser is capable of.
Yeah.
It's also the first one that like outside of Deadline does something different. I mean, Deadline, you have the NPCs which are dynamic, which is new.
Yeah.
I mean, you sort of have some dynamism in like the Princess and Zork 2.
Yeah, kind of. But it's
like
really
not
simple.
to the extent that where your behavior affects what the NPCs do and how they interact with each other.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't say that's like a fundamentally different thing. That's just an expansion of like in Suspended you are multiple characters
Yeah.
played simultaneously
and
doing multiple things. Like,
Experiencing
it's a
the
very
game
different challenge.
and experiencing the game from very different perspectives. You know? The Witness. No. The Witness was like
The Witness is racist and garbage.
yeah. Planetfall, super good.
It's also vacant.
Oh, The Witness is vacant.
Witness is vacant. It is just
unresponsive.
There's nothing there, and it also has like the worst inventory system ever, and it doesn't fucking understand how goddamn doors work.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
It highlights a lot of problems.
Oh.
It highlights a lot of problems.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I don't understand at all from a narrative perspective why the fuck those doors need to be locked. No. There wasn't a single reason why any of those internal doors needed to be locked. Not one. Well, and yet they were. Because for verisimilitude, I guess, because somebody would lock their garage.
And if you were outside trying to get in.
Honest to God, I will say, I know loads of people who leave those doors unlocked.
Yeah.
Because the garage door is locked.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not safe or smart, but they do it.
Let's see. Mike says, it feels like the reviews for Infidel didn't like the parts that push the boundaries of the medium and the narrative parts, which are the things that we like the most about it. ATM Machine says...
Yeah, which is why it ranks up there.
Yeah, the colored rods in Starcross feel like they maybe influenced LucasArts The Dig. Nick has no idea what that is, but I think you're totally right, ATM Machine.
No idea. I love the colored rods in Starcross, and also the little inventory box that you can use to get
holding the rods. Yeah,
that's dope.
So then after Planetfall, one of the best. I enjoyed Planetfall tons. That was
I'm really sad.
Why sad? Yeah, it was sad.
The robot wasn't.
Oh
no! I was sad that the robot wasn't trying to kill us. That's. I felt like that.
Floyd was a darling. I love Floyd. I don't love Floyd like everybody else loves Floyd. Floyd's fine. He's cute. I love him. I'm attached to him, but I don't think he's the greatest thing ever like a lot of people do who believe.
I mean, I wonder if that's more of a product of limitations of older games, and like this is Planetfall has, I think, is one of the more robust stories from a narrative perspective up to that point.
And think 1983.
Yeah, in 1983.
1983.
Like, Deadline, I think, is the closest from like a narrative perspective, like having a narrative even.
Yeah, there's some Deadline stuff that I very much enjoyed.
Yeah, but like from Deadline, you are like an outside observer looking at like the aftermath of an event, where in Planetfall you are the agent and these things are happening to you, and it has like a narrative thrust.
Yeah.
And you're also seeing like, you know, Floyd's interactions with people, and there's like a pathos there that like the other Zorkian games didn't take as much care to incorporate.
Yeah.
So I would say that is the first like Zork-like game that has any like real sort of characterization.
Yeah.
Zork 3, I would say, is probably the closest prior to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with the Dungeon Master and like his reactions when you finish the puzzles and like, you know, like that sort of stuff. Yeah.
But even that is vague, like not. The Dungeon Master is very cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
Like he's not an interesting character except for like what he implies about you and the scenario you're in. He isn't interesting in and of himself.
Yes. Enchanter.
Amazing. Very good. I love the fantasy. Like I was so happy to get to Enchanter because it had been a while since we had like
fantasy.
A Zorkian experience that I was in love with, and it was fantasy.
That's the one I would recommend to anybody to play. Enchanter is like the best.
Oh yeah.
So far it's been the best.
If you don't like Enchanter, you do not like text-based adventure games.
Infocom adventure games.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Sure. Okay, because there's a lot of text-based adventure games that are different. So let's see. Then it's Infidel, which we also enjoyed.
I wouldn't say just to go back to that. Maybe it's not. Would you argue that parser-based games, like a game of this style, where you have not just Infocom, but any like parser-based, non-graphic?
No,
like, I'm assuming
because modern we haven't played any modern parser-based adventure games really outside of what was Aardvark versus the versus the world or whatever.
But I would say that Against the Machine was very consistent with, but they were also like
You
intentionally
know,
doing.
it was Aardvark
some
versus the hype.
homage.
The hype. Aardvark versus the
Aardvark
hype.
versus. Did I say the Machine?
Yes. It's like Florence and the Machine. Aardvark and the Machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't really played any modern ones.
God, isn't that coming up?
What? No, it's at the end of the year. It's like October.
Okay.
And we will dedicate like all of or November or something like that. We'll dedicate all of that time doing that. We will dedicate time.
We have so many things we have to. Ugh.
Yeah. Sakura says that Enchanter had a lot of character. It did. Enchanter was just charming all the way through. Just, meeting up with the Zork Raider, like the adventurer, and like just everything felt like the turtle. Man, with Enchanter, the turtle, they go super fast.
But
and the
Enchanter
spells
was also very good at communicating to you when you had done something dumb.
Yeah. Because, very much
like
so.
when you had done something that wouldn't succeed. And you also knew exactly where your goal was.
Yeah.
Like your goal was in that tower.
It not
get to
being...
that tower. If you couldn't get in that tower, you had not done what you needed to do.
And it wasn't heavily inventory based. Most of the puzzles were solved by spells.
Yes.
Yeah, and like that's great design. That's also one of the things that I laud like Quest for Glory for, which is a fantastic series. So Infidel, we liked that one a whole bunch. We enjoyed the narrative, we enjoyed the setting, we enjoyed the puzzles we had, and it was challenging. Infidel was probably the most challenging adventure game that we had done that we enjoyed. Yeah, because I was suspended. My brain had problems, so it wasn't for me as enjoyable. But just because
Mulan got consumed.
I ate a Mulan toy on stream. But Infidel was really challenging. We had lots of obstacles, and we had lots of okay, hold on, let's try to figure this out, and having those eureka moments. And it was probably the one that was the hardest for us that we enjoyed the most. Then Sorcerer, no.
Sorcerer's crap.
No, really didn't like the Sorcerer at all. A lot of random elements, and again, a lot of just is this a puzzle?
Everything with random elements I fucking hate is what I've learned so far.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just been the implementation or if there's something about the medium that makes that a difficult thing to do.
But we had to question. We had to question, is this a puzzle? And it just bothered me.
Every time, yeah, no. There were so many things that weren't puzzles, even though they could easily have been.
Yeah.
And I don't thinking back to Zork. Thinking back to those games.
Yeah.
Because I always think of them, and maybe that's the problem. And this is a thing that we've considered, is that there are some sort of... There is a slight... There's an interesting little bug in the way that we're approaching this, in that we are learning how the games are played. And maybe our break will help with that we took an extended period of time away from this. And... but we had become conditioned to think of the game in certain ways,
Zorkian ways,
and that in Zorkian ways that weren't applying as much.
Yeah,
things were a little squishier, a little less particular.
But also think of it like this. Also, in the Zork games, right? You enter a new area, and it is a puzzle. You go to the next series of rooms.
Every area
we're clearly this is a puzzle area. There is a robot in this room and a machine we cannot touch, and a robot has instructions. Clearly this is a puzzle. We go to this room. There is a well. There is a bucket. We know we need to get out of the well. This is a puzzle.
Right.
There is a door. It is a riddle. There's a
density.
Yeah. There is a dragon. And there is an ice wall that we cannot penetrate.
Yes, there's no fat. There is no. It is a text-based adventure game trimmed to exactly the things that are needed to win.
And I
with a red herring or two, but for the most part, it is fatless. It is just the leanest meat that you could think of.
I think that mindset is because we play this chronologically. We are trained and conditioned for that style of play, that everything is important, right? The words that are being displayed are clues and hints on how to solve things. And then as we progress further, that starts to change. But what's interesting is that if we look at like Steve Moretsky's style of something like in Planetfall, there's a lot of fat, but it's very easy to discern this is fat. Mm-hmm. You know, there's these bathrooms, not described very much. There's these dorms, but we know that we need to sleep, so let's just use those as our base camp. Like, oh, there's, you know, there's red herrings, but like, we clearly understand they are red herrings.
Right.
And because like they're blocked off or gated, there's a helicopter and it's got a card for a helicopter thing. Like obviously we just, if we find the helicopter card, we know we can use the helicopter. We never find it. We never need to use it. There's an elevator down into like a shaft. It needs a card. We never find that card. Thus we never need to use it. But here in Sorcerer, it's like there are so many things. A minefield within which you cannot cross. You're like, well, then I got to figure out a way to get across that. And there's so many times, you know, you never do. No. And like that happens all the time. Rides. There are rides. And rides that hint at locations that you need to get to.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, tell you things you can't do.
Yeah. Yes.
You do not like get out of the ride.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're like, oh, then that's like, a puzzle.
Oh, so I have to do that.
Yeah.
I have to figure out how to do this without dying. That is the thing I must do. So we spent an hour
or more
trying to figure out
the water
how
flume
to
ride.
do that without dying.
And
we couldn't
because
it's not a fucking puzzle.
The haunted house ride was a better example of like, oh, this is a fun little ride. This is fluff. This is just something for us because it doesn't hint at something more at any point.
Yeah,
and it doesn't give you clues or hints or a challenge.
Yeah. So Mike says, yeah, but I think that if you're going to have a lot of puzzles, you can't have that fat because it just confuses players.
Exactly.
And I agree wholeheartedly. But I think alternatively, if you're not going to have a ton of puzzles, and you're going to have some fat, you're going to have a fatty or cow, you need to make it very clear what cuts of meat you need to eat.
So, Nick...
And that is something that Sorcerer does a very bad...
Oh, this is why you'll like A Mind Forever Voyaging. This is why you'll like A Mind Forever Voyaging. A Mind Forever Voyaging has one puzzle.
Okay.
And it has goals that it wants you to reach. And those things are just like like go to a movie. Go out to dinner. Go to a mall. And like explore those environments. And like that's it. That's what you do. And the goals are enjoy the fat. Here's the cut. Go enjoy it. Go find the cut and enjoy it. And that's the bulk of that game. So it plays to Steve Moretsky's strengths of lots of world building, lots of narrative telling, lots of fat, and also very clear-cut goals that you need to achieve involved with that world building.
Yeah, it's sort of like the problem with open world games. I mean, obviously open world games and text-based adventure games are very different. But with an open world game, if you cannot indicate or draw the eye of the player to things that are important, especially things that are critically important, then they're going to have a bad time.
Yes. A Mind Forever Voyaging,
roaming around, not knowing what the fuck to do.
Is Mind Forever Voyaging is a game like that. Sorcerer is that game. Yes. Your problem. Yes.
Sorcerer is an open world game where there is no clear indication of what matters and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And you just sit there and you struggle, and only people who like hate themselves or like through very like I feel like so much of Sorcerer's reputation. The positive, because it wasn't actually, looking back at it, it wasn't like unambiguously positive. It was sort of shockingly negative for a Steve Moretsky game. I think a lot of that goodwill is earned later and then reflects backward.
Well, Planetfall was a great start because I had played the Spellcasting series, which was Steve Moretsky's trilogy of games that are very raunchy and silly and very humor-filled, and again, really big on world building and Steve Moretsky things, right? And I loved those. And then I went on from that to play A Mind Forever Voyaging, and I was like, oh! And then we played Planetfall. And then I'm like, it's just further reaffirming my absolute love and adoration for this designer and his games. They're so good. They're so insanely good. And then we played Sorcerer, and I'm like, why is this really bad?
Why is this so frustrating?
Why is this so frustrating?
Well,
and why is this so bad? And I'm like, well, I get it, because I'm like, I now know what makes a Steve Moretsky game. What things he likes to do, what are his strengths, and then why Sorcerer fails is because Sorcerer does not play to his strengths at all. And then the same thing with like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it played to one of his strengths, and the exact polar opposite. You know, it played to a lot of his weaknesses. And, like, that killed that game for me. Hitchhikers is the worst that I've played. I think it's got witty writing.
So, Hitchhikers has a different problem from Sorcerer, though.
Yeah.
Where Hitchhikers is, I would say, as dense, if not more dense, than Zork.
Yeah.
When it comes to puzzles. Pretty much everything in the game is a puzzle.
Yeah.
You throw a stone.
You can't progress.
And there is a puzzle there.
Yeah, like, it's a more linear progression in the beginning, and it's all tied to puzzles.
It's so linear. No, I think the whole game is linear. Like, yes, technically, you can do some of the random things in a slightly different order.
Yeah.
Even though, is that even true? Because doesn't Ford have to do something to give to Arthur so that Arthur can then get the dog to do something?
That is a backup. That is a backup. You can actually do that as Arthur in the beginning of the game.
Okay.
So you can buy the sandwich and feed the dog as Arthur in the start.
Well, then why not just commit to it in the... Because, like, this whole game is... This whole fudging game is... hard locks. It's not soft locks. They are all hard locks. They are all locks that
hard lock means like that it glitch, like it locks up, that you can't do anything. Like you can't enter anything in the keyboard. That's a hard lock.
Okay.
Soft lock means
so
dead
it is
ends.
all soft locks.
Soft locks are dead ends. Yeah.
Maybe I would prefer a hard lock then.
Yeah, I know, right?
The game going, nope, you're fucking done. And I'm like, oh, cool. So, I am done, rather than me being like, where do I need to, what wall must I bloody now for me to figure out what's going wrong? This whole game needs you to do things in a certain sequence for it to work properly. And that isn't to say that that isn't true in the other games.
Yeah.
That is definitely true in the other games, but it is clearer what that sequence is.
Yeah, so let's actually
for
talk
example,
about...
with the princess in Zork 2.
Yeah.
Right? The princess has a key. There's a fucking unicorn. She wakes up, she moves.
We need something from the unicorn. We need something from the unicorn.
Yeah.
And because now that she takes the unicorn and is gone, we're like, oh, we just need to follow her. And thus we get the thing. The unicorn has the key around its neck or whatever. And we can get that.
Right.
Mike
and
says,
also the unicorn, when we try to take something from the unicorn, it says that it won't let you to take anything because you look like a
royal.
Fucking
You're not royal enough. Yeah. And which is again a clue. And like, okay, we learned these things. But they are starting to get more linear because like once we had finished Infidel, it was after we finished Sorcerer, it was Sea Stalker, and Sea Stalker is very linear. But it was very linear.
It's also a kid's game.
It was a kid's game, and it was also very much like just follow instructions from the manual. Like, can you follow
read the manual and you'll play the game?
Yeah,
yes.
And that was
fine. You
will
win the game if you can read the manual. Sure.
And Fuckface Banana Colon.
It's a game meant to teach literacy and nothing else.
Yeah, well, being able to follow directions, and it's a great introduction to text games because you have to still type in the commands and understand commands make you do things. For children. Yeah, for kids to that stuff. I get it. And it did some interesting things. Like, I enjoyed using the map and having to, like, drive and be like, okay, so where are we on the bigger map? Like, on the actual thing. Okay, we're here based on the landscape on the weird ANSI thing. Like, ASCII thing. Like, I enjoyed it. Then there was... It was fine. Yeah. It was not The Witness bad for Stu Galley. It was an improvement.
No. It was a substantial improvement. I would say that, like, Sea Stalker and The Witness are worlds apart from each other. If I was stuck on a deserted island and I could only choose between those two games, I would pick Sea Stalker and then subsequently drown myself.
Yeah. What did you think about Cutthroats?
unremarkable. I
Really?
don't know.
I dug
Fine.
Cutthroats. I dug it. It was
Fine.
good. It was good. I enjoyed
It was
that there's
fine.
replayability because there's 2 different wrecks you can explore. It was a very linear
Yeah.
game, but it was also very clear what you needed to do in that linear space. Meet us at this time.
I
Bring this
loved
here, those-
the fucking watch puzzle.
That was so good.
hilarious.
I
That
loved
was
it.
very good.
Because we were like, what the fuck's wrong with this game? It's
Why
the time.
won't the time move?
Why won't the time move now? Like, why? Okay, it's here. Is it just gonna wait until we actually do the thing? Like, time stops until we do the thing, and we're just like, he's not doing anything. We can't talk to this guy. It's like, oh crap, the watch didn't wind. It was very good. That
That was a good.
and
We got hung up on something in that game.
it was the dude who was, we had to kind of hide our adventure from this guy who was wandering around and like watching us, and if he saw us with things it would cause problems.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that
We
was
had
the
to
thing
leave our stuff outside of a store.
Yeah.
Before we came in.
before I came in because
Yep.
he was in there because he
Yep.
wouldn't leave, and then we couldn't buy our materials.
Yep. And then the rat, shockingly, was a rat.
Yeah, which was funny. But we enjoyed all that stuff. We didn't really have any major obstacles outside of that. We did get kind of hung up on the underwater, the how the tube works that gives us our oxygen. We kind of hung up about like the physics of all of that because there's some instances where like we could just climb. We don't need a ladder. We could just use the tube to like pull ourselves up. Or oxygen
Yeah,
hose.
but that was fine.
It was fine.
I think it was a good game.
It was.
But it isn't. If somebody wanted to play an Infocom game, I wouldn't start there.
No.
Like I feel like I wouldn't necessarily recommend that game to anyone unless they were planning on doing them all. And I'm like, oh, if when you get there,
It's popcorn.
that will be
It is.
a good time.
It is. It's like a popcorn flick. It is just like a dumb action movie kind of thing. It doesn't require a lot of brain power. It's very linear, but like, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good.
It'll be a good time.
It'll be a good time. You will enjoy yourself, but you're not gonna get a lot out of it. You're not gonna get a lot of like when we played.
It does some cute stuff.
When you play Suspended, you're like, whoa. How we are interacting with this is new and interesting, and its design is fascinating, and how all these mechanics that they incorporate.
When
is
we
so-
realized
yeah,
we could do with them all at the same time.
yeah.
That
Issue
was
orders and commands.
Fucking.
That killed me, but I get it, and like, but that's like really.
I was so
fascinating.
happy.
I was so not happy.
I was fucking walking on sunshine, bro. I was
Whoa.
ecstatic. I'm like, oh my god, I can do multiple things at once. I feel like we interact with multiple inputs in very different ways.
Yeah,
Even though our brains work in a very similar fashion.
This is
We
why.
both are easily distractible.
This is
But
why I love you.
I am happy
This is why I love you,
to
Nick.
be distracted.
Yeah. Yeah, but Hitchhikers, nope. That game is just not. It's not good. It's. Oh, it's bad. I mean. So sorcerer. So I would say it
I
goes.
like the Bogons puzzle after the Babelfish because that was the cute
Yeah, I like
little
that.
fan servicey thing.
I like that puzzle. Yeah. I like all the puzzles in the beginning of the
Zeta-
game.
So the Trillion puzzle, I don't remember there being. Is there? Somebody correct me. Maybe I've only read up to book 3.
I love you, Kuno. Of
6.
course I love you. What was that, Nick?
I've only read to book 3 of 6 in the Hitchhikers trilogy.
Yeah.
And I don't remember there. So there was the one. So I guess that. So it's referencing the. Because in the book, Jesus, remind me of the main character's name. Andy?
Arthur.
No. Arthur, thank you. Arthur mentions how he was thoroughly embarrassed because Trillion
Left
and
with
him met
Zaphod.
at a party,
Yeah.
and then she left with Zaphod. That's literally the whole justification for that.
Yeah.
How was that from her perspective? That it?
That's it. Yeah. Well, also to get the fluff, but yes.
And to get the fluff. But like other than that, there was no like
Yeah.
adaptive reason for it.
No.
And like from her perspective, it wasn't even terribly interesting. Like it wasn't fundamentally any different than what we got in the book.
Kuda says there's only 4 books, Nick.
Is there only 4? I thought there were 6.
No, there's 4.
There's only 4.
There's only 4.
I'm gonna ask.
Why
did I think there were 6?
Yeah, so
I literally thought he doubled.
Yeah, I enjoy the bug bladder
Only one
beast.
hook off, John.
Yeah. Oh, there's 5. Oh, yep. Catagon Rose says there's 5. There are 5, and 1 by someone else. There's 1 by someone else, Nick. So there is 6. There's just 5 Douglas Adams books.
Okay, so if you average between myself and Kuno, then we are in the ballpark.
Yeah. But I liked the earlier puzzles more than I did the later puzzles. I mostly enjoyed the improbability drive puzzles, right? I mostly enjoyed them. Enjoyed the bug bladder beast. I enjoyed the Ford one, except for the feeding the dog. Like, that was dumb. The Trillion one was easy.
Something that I think I'll forever have difficulty, like, disentangling.
Yeah.
Is the foul taste I have in my mouth from, like, all of the shit that's around everything. Like, I will admit, there are bright spots. There are bright spots in the improbability drive puzzles.
Yeah.
But getting to them fucking sucks.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
And then if you fuck them up and you, like, somehow fucked up your save, getting to them again is even worse.
It's so tedious.
It is just so painful to get to everything. And then once you get to them, they don't make up for the pain you went through.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're good, they're not sufficiently good.
It's just a lot of... It's like driving a car that's just... It's like somebody learning to drive stick. Like, that's playing Hitchhikers.
Oh, we definitely fucked up saves everywhere. ATM machine.
Oh yeah.
All over the place.
All over the place.
Because we I mean, there's a reason we failed 7 times. I don't think they were like proper deaths.
Not remembering to get our towel. Yeah, not remembering to get the towel after the Babelfish puzzle.
And then saving.
Yeah. And then not getting like failing Zaphod's puzzle and not being able to get back to it because we couldn't. And there's also using the backup generator for the improbability drive. Thus,
I forgot about that.
So we use the backup generator instead of the main generator for doing the improbability drive at first. And when we got to the point where the nukes came, we couldn't actually do anything because it broke the improbability drive and it broke the backup.
There are just so many things that, like, I don't necessarily, like, I can't tell if I'm asking the game, maybe I'm a big baby who needs to have his hand held like a big baby child. Like, that's just true about me. I'm a flawed, stupid human who...
You're my big baby child, though, Nick. I'll hold your hand.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Dada.
Dada. You're a Dadaist now? Is that it? Dada?
Yes. I'm into, what are they, what are they called? They're, what are they called? Pre-made sculptures? Is that the technical term?
I don't
Somebody
know.
who's into Duchamp.
Yeah, Duchamp, yeah. Dada.
But
Dada.
I feel like there are too many, and I don't know what the balance would be here, but there are too many, like, quest critical things that you can get access to and then immediately destroy. And it is not clear or use in a way that will ultimately destroy it 50 turns from now.
Yes.
Even more than that. 100 turns from now.
Ready-made, says
And then
ATM
you're
machine.
sitting there going, what have I done wrong?
Ready-mades, Nick.
Ready-made? Yeah, ready-made sculptures. But there we are. Perfect. Thank you. I hate that.
Yes.
And maybe I'm just a big baby who needs to put on his big man pants and
it
be more
depends.
careful.
It depends on the puzzle, right? So, for instance, right, the candles in Zork 1, like, knowing they burn out and be like, damn it, okay, let's go again, you know? But, like, it's something that signifies, like, you see that the candles are burnt out now. And you're like, well, obviously I need the candles.
Yeah.
You know?
We fucking hated that puzzle.
Here, yeah, but, like, was that the worst thing? No.
No, and I understood it. Like, I
Yeah.
thought it was dumb. And I was mad because I had to play the game again to do it right. But I was like, there's a part of me that went, my bad.
Yeah. Whoops.
You told me
Yeah.
the candles were burning,
Yes.
and I didn't put them out. That is my B, buddy. Like,
Yep.
I did that.
Yes.
The improbability drive was not working.
Yeah.
I had a backup generator. I hooked it up to the improbability drive. It started working.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I took a thing, I put it on the thing, and I got positive feedback.
Yes.
And then I went around doing my thing, blah, 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 blah. And then I can't progress anymore. This thing is broken. Do I have to fix this thing? What's wrong?
But you can't fix it because there's a
Wrong.
ticking clock where nukes are going to hit you.
Right.
And
What's
yeah,
wrong?
What's wrong?
If I took the improbability drive and then, like, 10 turns later, I hear that there's a hiss pop sound and there's smoke coming out of it and the whole ship is crashing into a fucking asteroid.
Yeah.
I go, oh, that wasn't the answer.
Yeah,
I made a mistake.
Me putting that in there was the problem. We only knew that we busted
Mm-hmm.
both of them because it then said, when you looked at it, like, oh, the wires have fused together. It's now unusable.
But it was also like the distance between that and the mistake
Yes. Huge.
was...
But you also had to be very
Huge.
specific in looking at this to then recognize, oh, here's the mistake I made. It doesn't just tell you, or it doesn't just use
Right.
any words to signify or clue you in on this. You have to be
and
actively
would you
looking
have
for it.
thought,
Yeah.
like, if you're thinking about, like, save management, like, short of every move you make, like, if you alter the game state in any way,
Yeah.
and maybe that's what we should have done. If you alter the game state in any way, shape, or form, save and make sure that save is a different save from
Yeah.
the previous one.
That's
that
also
has a
the thing.
clearly labeled name.
That's also the thing,
Like,
right?
You do
Because
things that seem innocuous, and then suddenly they're, like, critical.
and that happens
Go
a
ahead.
lot. And so now we were having a hard time, even with better naming structure that we had in this case. It was so impossible to determine, well, which one was after we did this, but before we did this, and when we had also done these other three things. I'm like, I don't remember. I don't remember. And it's so confusing.
Yeah.
Whereas in something like Zork 1, and you're like the egg puzzle, and it says you need more deftly capable hands to open this. And if you're like, I'll just break it, and it's like, there was something really valuable in there, but it's gone now, and you're like, okay, well, I know that I was going to save before I experiment with it, and then I know that that's not the answer, and then I just reload and do something else until the answer comes. You're like, oh, here's the thing. I'm going to save, and I'm going to fiddle with it. You fiddle with it, you succeed, you fail, whatever. And here with
Let's say
Hitchhiker,
you forgot to save.
yeah,
You go to fiddle with it, it breaks. Oh, fuck. I have to go a little further back.
yeah. And in Hitchhikers, it was like, what did I do and what didn't I do? Like, there's so many random elements, there's so many just weird working parts, and like, oh, did I forget this? Did I get this thing? Do I have this in my inventory? I can't really tell because our inventory management system is foobar and weird.
And it's just a billion things.
Mike says,
Like, there were so many things that you had to collect, and they all apparently were building up to the final puzzle that needed a billion things.
Hold on.
Random things that it randomly choose.
let's address the chat here real quick, and then I have to talk to you about the ending, because Mike says it's also frustrating because if you're going to have a good intro to interactive fiction games, this should be it since it's a licensed game. You're like, oh, it's something familiar. Yeah, I'll give it a shot, and it ends up being the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Kuno says, The screening door puzzle is frustrating because you need to understand that you have to hold T and no T at the same time, which totally doesn't make sense. Well, we figured that out actually very early on. Like, we did. And then we just kind of forgot because of time.
Also, but it's not just that. You also can't have fake T.
Yeah.
That's the other, like, we had tried to do that puzzle earlier.
Yeah.
But you can't have non-real T.
Yes.
It has to be real T at the same time.
And they were like, oh, then we have to fix the machine. And then we figured that out. And, like, we did get it. And then it's just that time made it more difficult for us to parse, like, exactly what we needed to do. But,
I will...
Yeah.
Well, I will also say, and I'm sorry I keep cutting you off.
It's okay, Nick.
There is... So this is the assumption that was going on in my head.
Okay.
When I was interacting with that. And I think that assumption was wrong. Like, clearly it was wrong. But I also think that I should have been a little more limber and willing to try things. But I was so frustrated that, like, my patience is gone.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing. I'll get to that point after I make this one. Which is that I was assuming that since every time we took the T, the no T fell out, that if I took up the no T, the T would fall out. I was assuming that they couldn't exist in the same space at the same time.
Yeah.
That is what I thought the game was communicating to me. I never tried to pick up the T again because I had assumed the next step. Right?
Yeah, made the assumption.
That is an error
that is a thing that I noticed that there are moments in games where that happens to you, Nick. We would just make the assumption, oh, it's just not going to work. Why would it work? But like that doesn't happen very often. And here, though, it's a very clear like, huh? Like
for me in this case,
I feel like
it's not.
This one gives you a pass. There was another puzzle that we did where I was like, do this, and you're like, why? It's not going to work. And I'm like, please, can you try? And you're just like, it's not going to work.
That was an infidel.
Was it an infidel?
That was an infidel. It was infidel. It was the stone door. I don't recall exactly the issue.
Oh, like using the thing to prop up
the crumbling building.
Yeah.
And I assumed it had to be a different solution than you just put the
stick in there,
the
rod into
stick
it.
in there to prevent it from falling down.
Yes.
And I don't recall something about how the game verbed it that made me think that couldn't be the solution.
It was a wording issue, but I was like, just try.
I don't even know if it was a wording issue.
It was
just
a wording
like how
issue.
my brain was parsing it. But what I would say about that versus this is that this game fucks with you so much.
Yes.
That, like, I don't even feel like you're so tired. You're so mentally tired.
Yeah.
Because you're having to do a bunch of bullshit. Like,
so much.
Constantly. The literal fucking key clicks. Like, all of the presses that I have to do. Like, I was as good as I think I've ever been when it comes to, like, shortening the cardinal directions.
Yeah.
Because just typing north out is so exhausting. And even hitting the N is painful.
Yeah.
Like, from my perspective, like, typing out every fucking instruction is so exhausting because you have to do it so frequently.
Yes.
That when you encounter a game, when you encounter a game in the game, like when you encounter actual gameplay, your fuse is shortened so much that you don't even have the capacity to do it anymore. Like, you're spent. Like, you have mentally done it.
Yep.
Like,
so many times then at that point that you're so on autopilot that you make key mistakes as well and errors in your brain too, which is the psychological aspect of this game. Nick, I gotta ask you about the ending.
okay.
What do you think of the ending? We didn't even talk about it.
I liked the T.
No, the ending. No, the actual ending of the game.
What, that it just ends?
Yeah, that the final puzzle is fix a door that you can now go out, game over, see you next time.
Oh, that sucks. It also, it sucks that the game is like, and here's a fun game that will never exist.
That'll never exist.
But you can buy that game.
Where you go and experience the greatest adventure that you'll ever have. Go and buy it. And it's like, that game doesn't even exist. Like, and no.
That game's not even real.
No, this is.
And I can see why it's not real. But I like so in all of the other games there are, for the most part, not all, but like in a lot of the other games there are references to games. You know, like in Starcross, I'm pretty sure there's a reference to. I mean, other than like the
Guru
in-world references,
yeah.
but like
no, it was Suspended had a reference to Starcross. Deadline had a reference to another game. Not Deadline. Witness had a reference to Deadline. Game.
Witness had a reference to
Deadline.
Yeah. All of those are really subtle. And like they're not necessarily subtle, but like they're not. It's not a literal pitch. Like, buy this.
Yeah.
Now that you've played this game, it's like, oh, this is the greatest detective story of all time. It's Deadline. It's like, cool.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of fucking Deadline, you don't know that it's an Infocom game that you need to buy. Like, who cares?
ATM Machine says that they were hoping to make somewhere from 4 to 6 Hitchhiker's Guide games. A ridiculous number. And Mike said they started a sequel, but they never finished it. And it sold well. It sold incredibly well. It was one of their better selling games.
It's a really popular IP. I can envision it did very
especially
well.
In the 80s.
I wonder how it did on other IPs. Like, I would like to see what the impact was on sales.
Well, I think that's probably one of the things they wanted to do to help impact the sales was focus on those IPs. There's a major rift in Infocom about that sort of conversation of should we be focusing on established IPs versus not. And you can see in the later stage that like they do Shogun, they do Sherlock Holmes, they do King Arthur, like they deal with these more established things. Yeah.
I think there's some benefit to doing like established IPs that people are familiar with. I don't fault anyone for that.
Yeah.
I especially if they're in if they're open source, like who cares?
Yeah.
Not open source. If they're in the public domain, there we are. Words are hard.
Kuno Naoni, congratulations, by the way. 119 hours in Vampire Survivors and 100% of the game. Congratulations, Kuno. They keep adding good stuff to the game.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay. I know what that means. Like, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? It's bad.
It's ouchies.
This
game is ouchies.
What do you think Suspect is going to be about?
I assume it's a Deadline Witness.
It's written by Dave Lebling.
Made it?
Dave Lebling.
Oh.
This is 1984. He hasn't done a murder mystery. Mark Blank did one. And
Stu Galley did one.
Stu Galley did. And now this is Lebling's turn at the mystery.
Ooh. I don't know how that'll go. In that I don't know. Lebling, as far as I can tell, was Lebling involved in Bubsy 3D?
No, it was Mark Blank.
Was that Mark Blank and? Oh, was it not Mark Blank and Dave Lebling?
No, it was Mark Blank and the guy who did Suspended.
Mike Berlin.
Berlin, yeah.
Really?
Is it Mike? Berlin?
Dave Lebling.
Yeah, Mike Berlin.
I don't know. I would anticipate that Suspect is probably lighter-hearted than Deadline is,
or The Witness. Yeah.
But maybe it's not. Maybe Dave Lebling's like, you know what? I want to show that I can be fucking brutal.
I don't know if that's. I don't think that's Dave Lebling. Dave Lebling is very Zorkian.
Style.
It's going to be a little silly.
No, I know. Which I could use some silly. He's a very good puzzle designer.
Yeah.
And his games are very puzzle dense.
They're very puzzly, yeah. And
they're
also
very puzzly.
They're puzzly, but they also have these moments where there is narrative and like these flowery prose, but they're always very easily distinguished. It's in those moments where, for instance, in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, when you're waiting, nothing happens. When you have to wait in Starcross, you're getting hit with this flowery prose and like scenes that are interesting and intriguing to the player. So when they have to wait, let's give you something to fill that gap. Mike says Suspect has the worst Infocom box art. I don't. Suspect does? Oh, Suspect does. Hold on.
Does it? I'm gonna look at it.
Oh my god. Hold on. Let me pull that up.
Is it
Huh?
Is it racist?
Let me pull it up. There it is. On stream.
Well, there's gonna be a lag.
Yeah. That's the cover art.
I
That's ugly.
feel like this game is going to be. I mean, the cover art is ugly as sin, but it's intriguing.
It's advanced level.
We have. It is very intriguing.
Yes.
I don't know why there's this. The fellow in the dead center.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how to describe.
Oh.
In sort of Middle Eastern garb. Very nice beard.
Fake beard. That's clearly a fake beard.
I mean, are we sure it's a fake beard and it's not just shit drawing?
Signing Stan.
Is there a gorilla?
Yeah, there's a gorilla there. Signing Stan, how are you today? Welcome.
That's an
It's good to
Edgar
see you.
Poe. Well, that's probably an Edgar Allan Poe reference.
What? The gorilla? Signing
Yeah,
Stan?
Edgar Allan Poe. He has a murder mystery where, spoilers, a gorilla did it.
Edgar Allan Poe does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if the
he has
gorilla
murder
does
mystery
it,
where
if the gorilla does it, Nick
it's
wins.
dead ass just ripping off a Poe.
Yep. It Machine says, according to the Digital Antiquarian, the art was done by Alan Kober, who was apparently a well-known illustrator. It is certainly one of the cover arts of all time. One of the cover arts of all time. Mascot says, Murder in the Rue Morgue.
Murder in the Rue Morgue. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we'll see. If the AI, you know what? I'm gonna go with you, Nick. We're gonna come into this being like the gorilla costume did it.
The gorilla did it. No, it's not a gorilla costume. In Poe.
Well, those look like
gorilla
costumes.
did it.
Those look like costumes. So I bet you it's like
Let's hope.
a murder in a costume party.
Costume party.
Yeah. That's very That's very Dave Lebling. Murder at a costume party. That feels very Dave Lebling. But yeah,
There's a guy in a pith helmet with a gun.
Yeah. Anything could happen.
You don't think that there's literally a werewolf and a vampire?
No.
I think that would also be very Dave Lebling, though. There was literally a vampire.
Literally a vampire. Yeah, gorillas don't usually wear suits. Hey, you just haven't met all gorillas. I know many a gorilla.
You should
wears
come
suits.
to Philadelphia, John, and see the Poe House.
There's a Poe
Edgar
house.
Allan Poe.
Oh, Brittany would
property
love
lives
that. She loves her some Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah. It's free
Ooh,
because it is a part of the federal park system.
fun. All right, well,
It's run by the Department of the Interior.
Stan, I'm sorry you came at the end of the stream. We just beat Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Easily the worst Infocom game we have played. More so than Sorcerer, more so than The Witness. Ugh, but we're going to play Suspended. We're going to play Suspect next week on Saturday. I think that's good. Nick, we got to find someone to rate.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me see who's on, and then I will put the camera back on you. I apologize. Who's on?
Why do you pull?
Just that you can't. They can't really see you. You're static right now.
That's fine.
Okay, so we're gonna go raid Rush Pirate 1. They're playing Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness. Let's go back into the adventure game theme here. They're doing great. So let me go raid Rush Pirate 1. Stan says, congratulations, I didn't get out of the first room in Hitchhikers. Yeah, it was the least favorite, easily. So
Shame in not finishing that one.
yeah. So Monday, MMO Monday, is going to be me playing Wizard 101. Probably with my sister-in-law, Zoe. We'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. If not, I'll play by myself. And then Wednesday is the final week the final week of the Street Fighter Alpha CPU versus CPU tournament. You don't want to miss this. Please, this is like please. This is like the happiest thing that this. I love CPU versus CPU tournaments. It's the thing I love the most. It is streaming wise. It is the most fun. So please, you gotta watch it. It is so good. Ken is going down. Ken for the win. They're fighting over Ken. Ken is currently undefeated, but he can lose. Ken can. Then Friday night is going to be the finale of It Takes Two with my good friend Capsule J, and then Saturday, Nick, you and I are gonna play Suspect.
Which
all right.
looks fun.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Nick, thank you. My best friend. I love you, sir.
Bye, all.
Goodbye.
I love
To
you.
humor.
Bye.